I want to do like one of those like freezes or tableaus, you know?
Well, your camera angle is off.
Yeah. This is what happens when I try to focus it while I'm not sitting
Oh
down.
no.
Can you tilt a little towards
Could
that?
be in the two places at once.
Now we're on an angle. I hate everything.
Freeze. Exactly, Aragwen. I don't know. Hello, Gilligood. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How about cooking something up with me?
Oh, no.
Well, that's in the VOD forever.
Oh, great.
Come on, the freeze.
That's going to be the thumbnail for sure.
Yeah.
You're definitely on an angle.
Yeah.
It's not so bad now.
Sit in.
Do you
No, I
want me
was
to
gonna
try
say
to
it's a bit
continue
Dutch.
fucking
That's not
with it,
true.
I'm also like pointing above my head.
Oh yeah, the microphones have moved a little bit.
We don't have a strong enough drill to fix a problem.
Hey, good looking.
Good looking. Beep, beep. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah,
Whoa.
We're moving some mics around, team.
We could.
For August, people pay a lot of money for my thumbprints, okay? So you're not just getting them on merch for free. Yeah. Can you imagine if I like I don't know.
Kung Fu Fenris is
Got
approaching
fingerprinted?
60 months.
Holy shit.
That's-
Nice.
That's a long time.
That is a
5
long
years.
time.
Yeah.
That will mean that this channel has been on longer than we've been streaming on my channel.
Hey, that's exciting.
Appreciated having your channel for this, John. Thank you.
I appreciate power.
We
Yeah.
appreciate power. We appreciate power.
Would you do you like appreciate it enough to like pass
Just
in order to
it.
gather some? Yeah.
What would it take to make you capitulate?
Klondike bar.
So what you're saying is that when we play the Queen's Dilemma,
Yeah.
I just have to stock candy?
Yeah, the freezer. Just stock it full of cold, delicious treats. Unless it's
You're the kind of
winter.
person who likes putting like their candy in the freezer or fridge so that it cools
Oh
off.
no, I get. And I don't hate it. It's more just like if there was an ice cream related treat, I would prefer
Famously
it to be from
not
the
eat
freezer.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Fair. Actually, as well.
What would you do for a Klondike bar? Capitulate.
Would you kill this man? What the? Of course not. Would you drive this tiny car that then kills a man? I guess.
I've got a Klondike bar.
I've got a Klondike bar.
Hi,
A
everyone.
trolley is
Hello.
approaching 5 Klondike bars.
Do you divert so it crushes the one Klondike bar?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean for sure, right?
No, it'll crush a
A human. Okay.
Yeah, would you
Oh.
save 5 Klondike bars?
How many
If it
Klondike
meant
bars to
running
one
over
human?
one person.
Yeah.
It's not 5. I don't know what the ratio is, but actually no, it's infinite. Let's be real. It's 2.
With infinite Klondike bars, you could feed the world.
It's true. Well, I mean, I guess.
I don't know how, like what's
Nutritionally
the
complete.
protein
Yeah,
and
exactly.
fiber content of a Klondike bar?
Guys.
Soylent's next product, the Soylent bar. Wait, they already did that and then canceled it.
They did
Sadness.
frozen Soylent?
No, they didn't do frozen,
Oh,
but they were
yeah.
like little meal squares and snacks and stuff. They did a lot of
That's cute.
chewables.
The creator of the
Wonka.
comic strip Dilbert at one point engineered the Dill Burrito,
Oh.
which was supposed to be a burrito that would be nutritionally complete,
Right. Okay.
similar to Soylent.
Yeah.
Except there were 2 problems with it. One, the creator of Dilbert, Scott Adams, is a massive, like, crazy right-wing,
Say dick. I think that's.
but like also believes in The Secret
Oh,
and
dear.
all of that. And 2, the Dill Burrito gave you intense gastrointestinal distress. Like, so in fact, while it would give you nutrients, they would not last. They would not last. It would not stay.
What an unfortunate design flaw. That he was like, wow. Goddamn Kung Fu
Kung
Fenris.
Fu Fenris knows what's up with Scott Adams.
Yeah, fair. Fair. Well, hang on, I'll just do a quick impression of Kung Fu Fenris. There we go. The face on the
Yes.
not the person.
I mean,
A lot of stuff in a normal burrito. It's true.
Hi, Grubermensch.
Hi,
Hello.
Gruberman.
Well, hello. Oh,
Kicking the
shit.
door down and talking about burritos.
I do
we
love
it.
Personally, love beans of all stripes. especially if they are striped, I guess. So yeah, no, it's very nutritionally dense.
Scott's favorite
and
bean is the striped bean.
Someone's tricked me into thinking
The jelly
marbles
bean.
are beans this whole time. I'm just like, they're really not so good for your teeth. Scott, you're
But
supposed
they
to-
are delicious, cannot deny.
I find you have to swallow beans whole.
Yeah. Oh my god. For many years, my uncle, I'm gonna say gaslit, but it was like tricked. He was like jovially tricking my younger brother and I into believing that he had, at some point when he was younger, swallowed a pumpkin seed and grown a pumpkin inside of his stomach because he had a large belly. It took many, many years for us to realize the truth, which is that's fucking insane.
How many pumpkin seeds did you swallow in the interim trying to grow a pumpkin inside
Liz,
you?
none, because I didn't want to.
Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't want a
So I
pumpkin
did not
in your
want
Pumpkin
belly.
seeds are amazing.
I know. I have denied
Roast them,
myself.
a little bit of salt.
Boil them,
and I
mash them,
denied
stick them in a stew.
myself
Pumpkin
for so
seeds.
long. Yes.
I actually prefer pumpkin
Uncle, but-
seeds over pumpkin.
It's okay. Dads are allowed to lie about things today. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's
Happy
Day to
Father's
all
Day.
you lying dads out there.
Gaslighting your kids
Yeah.
for your own entertainment.
Yeah.
As long as it's about dumb shit like growing pumpkins in your stomach.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
kinda
right.
okay.
That's right. You're allowed to lie about that.
And as I'm sure I've said on this channel before,
Just eroding your faith, their faith in the veracity of your words.
I mean, I also was, I think about 17 or 18 years old driving around in my car and going, just one day I went, wait a minute, if I make that face, it won't get stuck like that. That's ridiculous.
Oh my
But, like,
God.
no one told me. You just
my
come to the
God.
realization eventually where you're like, this thing I've grown up with.
but
The
like,
difference is that some of us come to that realization about 4 seconds after the original
Yeah, exactly.
statement was
When they're
made.
not so gullible. You know?
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Erwin, that
Incredible.
sounds
correct.
really
That's
traumatic that somebody lied to you and that you had to repeat that lie until they eventually said something about it. Maybe there was something you could have done.
It's very important to make sure people know how you are feeling, especially if you're being lied to, I guess. Hey, we like to use these safety cards on this channel to make sure that we're playing as safely as we can. But you don't have cards in the chat, but you do have options for your safety. I'll talk about those in a second. This green card, also known as the play card, means that I am actively and enthusiastically consenting to what's happening in game, even if I don't seem to be. The yellow card, the pause card, means I have to make the table aware of something. Once the card comes down, play can resume. The red card, however, the stop card, means I need to stop. Because we're streaming and not just around a table in our home without you, we'll probably go to a BRB screen. But once we've all discussed and made sure that we can continue playing, play can once again resume. Now, thank you, Captain Splooey. Now, as I was saying before, of course, your safety is also equally important to ours. So, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yes, it is,
Everyone's
it is,
safety
it
is
is.
equally important. What did you say? God damn it. But you don't have cards. So, in terms of your own safety, if there's anything you need to let us know, please feel free to whisper us at RPGClinic. We can all see it because it's on a big screen in front of us. You could also message a mod if you need to remain anonymous or if you want to deliver information that way. We have a couple mods in the chat. Aragwen, she knows 10,000 things, and Kung Fu Fenris, bleeds the light invincible. Phew! And of course, there is always another option that you have. If you are feeling unsafe, you can always leave the stream and or the chat. We don't want to see you go. We do want to see you safe. So exercise those options for yourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One day I expect Scott to be like, I don't want to see you go, I want to see you dance, and pull out a gun and start shooting at
Oh
people's
my
feet.
god.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah.
Flower of August has
Mortgage
made a
Sorry,
bet.
I made a face. I shouldn't have made a
Flower of
face.
August has made a bet, mortgaged the house for this.
Okay.
So I'm compelled to ask all of you,
Mm-hmm.
Cute. stuff.
did you spend experience? Because now you can,
Mm-hmm.
assuming that you've paid off your debt.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1.
We all went into too much EXP debt to buy anything that makes any sense.
You lost your house triply.
Please know your limits.
Oh,
Play within
no.
them.
Yes, exactly. A game must remain a game.
Be
Yes.
like
A
shoebox.
message from the gouvernement du Quebec. Please.
Wait, hold on.
They'll be like shoeboxes. What the?
the whole
Oh,
table,
the whole
yay.
stinking table. I'm a couple XP short of what I would like my next purchase to be, so I figure this would be a good time to.
I need all of your renowns.
You want to see them, or do you
Hold
just
on,
want
let
to
me just.
You can just
The ancient
You can just
texts.
hand me your sheet.
the ancient texts? Fuck, actually,
you might
be
as
very.
well just read it out.
Yeah, be careful with Liz's. It really might fall apart.
Really, if
Yeah,
you sneeze
I'm
near
kind
it,
of worried
it's
that if
gonna
I take
break.
Liz's sheet, that it'll either shred my hands or the oils from my hand will disintegrate the last remaining structural integrity.
From my hand. It's like Shakespeare's like folio or whatever.
So good. I'm obsessed.
Did you frenzy on your own sheet?
That actually is pretty intense.
It also looks like there's blood from this distance. Like that looks like a smear of blood. A smear.
Kate?
5 glory, 4
That's
honor,
cool.
2 wisdom.
3 glory, 5 honor, 3 wisdom.
Oh, the old balance. I like that. And I have 2 glory, 4 honor, and 5 wisdom. Any tears on those sheets?
How much glory did you say you had, Kate?
5.
It's a lot of glory.
All right. Well, here's the thing. Normally, you having participated in the silver pack would gain you honor. Some of you can't gain honor.
Whoops.
I'm maxed out on honor.
So honorable.
So honorable.
It will be honor for all of you except for Troyan. Troyan, you'll gain glory.
Oh, yay!
Lovely.
Jolly good.
Jolly good. Thank you, Phoenix.
Thank you, Phoenix and John.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah. Does Phoenix like expect like a fruit basket or something? Like how does that? Ugh. Oh dear.
Glad to hear that Quorotus is as brutal with your sheet as I am with mine. Very good.
Much love.
Excellent.
A much loved sheet.
Yes.
I really just don't want to
much
see
love.
Crotus's digital ones because now I'm just assuming that like the computer is all fucked up.
They're in the computer.
I have updated your sheet.
Oh.
The keyboard is
Golden
cracked.
participation.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like you'd get in comment and be like, why don't I have the right numbers? And we would be like, that makes no sense. Weird.
And then we would spend a
Them some
long
art and
time
Yeah.
scratching our
canopies.
chins.
Wow. And keep them away from anything important. Weirdness, what is this anti-she rhetoric coming in
Silver
on
Pack
it?
Survivor.
Me quote.
Fuck, now I want a Silver Pack Survivor shirt.
Yeah.
And all got
I
was this
survived the
lousy
Silver
DJ.
Pack, yeah.
I blew up a hive.
Apotheosis doesn't get one.
No.
Oh no.
They only came in 4s. I don't. Backs the 4. Ooh, that's awkward. Woo.
Hey,
So-
glad you asked, Gil. I asked this earlier.
Gil asks a very good question. Does the end of the attack on the hive constitute the end of the story, and therefore Troyan isn't well-potted anymore? This is the denouement of the story. So it will still apply for the next session or two.
Perf.
Lovely. Thank you.
So basically, if I want to get into a tug-of-war match with Troyan, like,
Now is
now's
the
the time. Okay, great.
But remember, I prioritized losing as little strength as possible. I wanted to go down 2 stamina, but I didn't, so.
And good thing, honestly.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Honestly.
But I did take a dex down, which meant I was operating on 1 dex that
Dex is
entire
wild,
fight.
dude.
That was crazy.
Girl.
That's why I almost died.
1 dex.
Yeah,
Yikes.
it wasn't great.
You did a lot of dodging.
No, I didn't.
So there was
Dodging with your face, right? That's what dodging is.
the past 4 games.
You're correct.
Is there anything that you need to ask about, question, all of this sort of thing? You were asking about Callie's scars earlier.
Correct. Yeah.
It has not quite been a day.
So nothing yet.
They still apply. Booked up.
Can I see, like, with our stats, how many? Because I know my 2 sub HP levels are both Kali Scar. How many for everyone else?
All of them.
Jeez,
Fucking
Louise.
hell. And none of them.
Really?
Yes. enough.
Scott actually never
I
encountered
escaped,
somebody with Callie's scar.
Which is great news for old 5 health over here.
Oh, 5 health descending.
descending.
Yeah, because I was 3 plus 5, but that was when I was in Krina. So when
Right.
I shunted down, one of the superficial had to become an egg. by condensing in.
So
So,
Kung Fu Fender says, I want to hear more about this. So Kung Fu Fender says, I've been observing the W5 players looking at the meta for W5, and then there's you and the other face tanking y'all are providing. So I just want a little more context behind that. How do you
As
feel
in-
about that?
Yeah, I'd love to hear the definition of face tanking.
I just want a bit more context of what you're saying. Is it that, like,
tanking?
instead of sitting...
We're in combat. Lean forward.
Yeah, as opposed to
Present
dodging,
target.
right? Like, as in
Oh, yeah.
as in not dodging, I would presume. Well,
I don't
guess
know. I was thinking it was like more globally. Like there are people that are like in their armchairs sipping and talking about what they think the game is or isn't or should be, why it's great or why it's terrible. While
Kit
we're
sipping
like,
has the pinky
I
out.
love that though. I love
and
that.
while we're in there being like, play the fucking
Who knows?
core books. We'll get to them later. Like expansion books, those are cool, but I'd rather be playing.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, I
yeah.
see. Okay. I see what we're saying. Kung Fu Fenris mentioning the synergy in gifts that sometimes does not always come across at this table. I know. Oh.
Sometimes you are here for an elegant, well thought out plan.
Correct.
And sometimes you're here to dig through the ditches,
Yeah.
burn through the witches,
Yeah.
slam in the back of your Dracula.
Yeah.
Nice. Yep. Sounds about right. This is why we couldn't have Fox. Also, I mean, we couldn't have Fox because of Phoenix, but we couldn't have Fox because this was
Not carefully
not.
considered.
At a certain point, it stopped being carefully considered.
Yeah, you did as much recon as you could, and then we button mashed.
I'm going to mash this button to play the recap.
Oh my god.
Thumbs up.
Dante, Macris, and Troyan pulled themselves back from grave injuries and barely managed to defeat the enemies on the containment floor. They fled the lava now flooding the compound with Apotheosis and Aya and rescued Sky and the two she was guarding from a collapsed heap of rubble. Apotheosis' condition worsened and Troyan turned the silver dagger on her, choosing to activate Phoenix's gift. The Galliard was reborn again. Upon exiting through the metro tunnels, Sky brought Aya to a safe house where Macris eventually joined them, and the others returned to Weathered Storm. Thankfully, the cairn was intact and had not been attacked after all. The spirals were responsible for the day's confusing calls and texts. The warriors took what rest they could, knowing that they'd pushed themselves almost to breaking. Apotheosis wondered what name she would go by next, now that she was reborn.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh.
Yeah, I forgot to put the. I edited the entire thing and then forgot to. And I even had the entire session with the ice drop and the music behind and all that. And I exported just the audio from the narration. But do people prefer
Yeah, I was gonna
that?
say, do people like it better?
Honestly,
Yeah.
seems like people are like, wow, it's clear, it's smooth. I mean, it's Liz.
70 odd sessions in, we're allowed to do what we want here.
A little peek behind the scenes.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm gonna do the recap. I'm like, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I like head back into the kitchen and then she joins me and I'm like,
How did you?
I just peed. That's it. Professional, hire her. She does quick work and is good.
Thanks, Kate.
Oh, here it went.
If I can get it through on the first read, then it's efficient. If I stumble once, I'm doomed.
Nice.
That's it.
No, but seriously, let us know. Did
Yeah.
you prefer this recap, or did you prefer the recap with the smooth jazz and ice drop?
Local women in your area are waiting to talk with you.
There are hundreds of women in your area. Fucking hell.
Hi,
I wouldn't know what it
please
sounds
stay away from me. Click.
like. You're one of the local women in the area.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
There's
Please
one
put some
Scot in
pants
your
on, you
area.
freak.
That's more than enough, baby.
They may even be on public transit. Keep it noir.
Okay.
Keep it safe.
No, hang on. No. Those are opposites.
Danger.
I think whatever recaps we do in the future, like the next time we're trying to think up a theme for a recap, it should just be incredibly horny. Just dial up the horny. Yeah.
Ooh, the party took a long rest. That's it. That's the recap, guys. Yeah, exactly. There you go, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Good.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure how I'm going to fit all those dice in there.
Where?
Apotheosis came back.
Damn.
Oh no.
Really, I thought it was Dante who would come on. So
Oh, dear.
Dear. Well,
I've got a
we've had a
strange
good one.
device.
That's it, I guess.
No, is Kung Fu Fender's doing the A because he's like, move on?
I think it's skip. Yeah, I think I like to imagine it's skip this dialogue.
We
Please.
don't have a skip button.
Can you? Oh, okay, sorry. Hang on. That's
What?
it's an April Fool's idea. That we have a skip button.
You have to be careful about what powers you give Kung Fu Fenris because during Punchy on Friday, he redeemed bits and told us we weren't allowed to say the word cyberpunk. So
During the climax of Cyberpunk.
Well, this is 2077. This 2077 is really a fun game.
Well,
a
we just
terrible
said
game.
we said we can't say the C word. Just became
Yes.
yeah, it
Nice,
escalated
nice,
from
nice.
there.
Well done.
Wow.
Now recaps are just all like sexed up horn dogs trying to say what happened.
Hello.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I've experienced despair before. I've had moments where I am just utterly convinced that there's nothing I can do. The problems are insurmountable, that there is no one way, no way at all to solve. I've been angry before. The kind of anger that balls your hands into fists, the kind of anger that makes you see the world through a veil of red, the kind of anger that just pounds and echoes inside your head, the kind of angry where you're convinced that the only way to solve things is to tear things down. It's not a constant state of affairs. But then again, I'm not a werewolf. I don't have capital R rage built up inside me. Macros, Troyan, and Dante do. Despair, anger, these things can, in fact, at times be tools. They can get things done. But you have to be very, very careful when playing with such intense emotions, because that's when people get hurt. But the one who's most likely to be hurt is you. Rage is consuming. Despair is isolating. It's still really important to get done what you've got done. There is a victory there, if you know where to look. But be aware of the cost. Be aware of the price of giving into that cost. Because if you do, it may mean that there are no more victories for you.
Ooh.
Where are you?
Troyan and Dante had rested at... Oh god.
Weathered Storm.
Weathered Storm. I cannot believe it. At Weathered Storm. And had fallen asleep there under the watchful eye of Guy Boucher and Jennifer Slade, who was guarding and stuff. So I think we're still there. Although I don't know. That was like, it must have been early morning, so it's all day or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Weathered Storm.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Macros found Sky at Cleve's old place. Crashed for 4 hours and then got up to take a shift, keeping an eye on Aya, the spiral to be unspiraled.
X spiral? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, we'll see.
All right. Let's nix your willpower.
Way.
Dante,
Yeah.
I have to ask you a question.
Okay.
You're a glasswalker.
I am a glasswalker.
Last time I checked.
I have not yet decided to refound the Stargazer. That's correct, yeah.
Do you believe that you've acted in accordance with wisdom last session?
yes, I believe it was wise to make the sacrifice of bringing the device back with us so it could be studied more. Wisdom implies like forethought, as opposed to just saying fuck this and tossing it away and destroying it.
You believe that it was wise to hold on to the device.
I do. Does Spider agree? Yeah, it was wise to shoot that guy before he could shoot me.
Clear.
Thank you. I'll take it. Holy shit, I'll take it. Get out.
Now, health-wise, everybody who has superficial damage that can be cleared. None of you. I am going to allow you to clear your superficial because I'm going to say that you're unlikely to get into combat before, and let's just start you with some.
Yeah, can I just ask why? I'm just noticing Troyan's is backwards from.
It might just be fucked up from all the egg. And
Sorry,
stuff.
what should I
Just hit the H.
Oh, there we go. The crosses were pointed in different directions.
Yeah, so I think it was
probably did something.
like the
over.
egg does the opposite line.
Yes, right.
So
Right.
just with the adding and subtracting and stuff, it probably got a little funky.
It did get a little funky for a
Yeah.
bit.
Sorry, John. Thank you.
Did either Macros or Dante seek medical attention?
Not beyond sleeping.
Then you will stick with what you've got.
Shit.
My last question to you is how filled with rage do you think you are when you wake up?
2 feels correct for me.
I think I would feel pretty drained, to be honest. It's been a very emotional few hours. Night, I should say. I don't know, maybe just the one, even.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
I think Macros is pretty pissed.
Hell
Where
yeah.
do you think she'd be?
3.
Hell yeah, Macros.
No one would have thought that Macros was the one with a chip on her shoulder.
Oh my god! She's gonna throw it at your head.
She's drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Watch
Oh,
out.
irritable.
Might kick it at your face.
She has shoulders beneath her chin.
Incredible.
Let's start with old Macros, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
When you wake up, it was 4 hours on the dot after you were left behind. Sky isn't somebody who fucks around with time.
Yeah, she had left me coffee, and I had spoken briefly to Aya, who was writing up her everything.
Her experience.
Writing
but it was just
everything down.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But after another 4 hours, you're replaced. Give you another chance to sleep again. And this goes back and forth until night starts to fall. Because you don't need 8 hours of sleep. You need sleep. Until eventually, the next time that you wake up, Sky isn't immediately looking to tag in and head to the couch. But instead, it's Aya, who is passed out in her chair,
Yeah.
sleeping with her head on the table with her arms folded underneath it with a stack of written notes. It's the year 2057, Macros. You've slept so long.
Shit.
Fuck. Why am I this
I felt like I needed a 30-hour nap, but I guess I meant 30 years. Whoops.
Hope the apocalypse didn't happen in the meantime. What up?
The apocalypse has already happened.
Right.
It's
the duo.
What about sick and
apocalyptic.
apocalypse?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Part of me doesn't even want to go through these.
You don't have to.
Yes, I do.
Why you? You're not the one who chose to bring her back.
Because I'm a half moon.
Fair, fair, fair. You win. No argument here.
I'm just not looking forward to looking through something so diseased.
Yeah. I mean... it's done, one way or another. Giving her another day or two before you dig through it won't really change much.
We made a commitment.
Yeah.
Which means that we also have to pass judgment on her before we do anything else. Who
You're-
knows
Knows what?
that we have her?
Depends who Troy and Dante decide to talk to. I don't know if we agreed to keep it a secret.
Part of me thinks it would be better if no one did. Are you going to zero her?
I don't know. Depends if you deem her worthy. And that's Dante's expertise. We can send her off somewhere. Hope she starts fresh.
She'll need a new tribe.
Yep.
We'll hold the moot. The next half moon. It will be just us.
So she's a little secret we're keeping for now.
I hesitate to say whether or not we should keep her a secret.
I mean, you've been absent. We've been absent.
There's so many reasons why we could have been. But if we tell them that we rescued one of them, do you think that they would understand?
I mean, what will they and won't they understand? I mean, we went in without anyone. We barely made it out.
She looks at Aya. I have so many different feelings about this.
Hopefully another soldier in the fight. Pushing forward instead of pulling backward. Worst case, it's just one less person pulling backwards.
For now, I want to keep her secret for one other reason. Because I don't need to know, or I don't need them to find out that we still have a prisoner.
Yeah. I also need to get in touch with downstream. Make sure that whatever this communication bullshit was isn't still being controlled by someone.
Yeah. And then she looks up at you.
Mhm.
There's a very deliberate, like, I'm looking to see where you might be busted, and
Many places.
Many places, yeah.
There are many, a bruise and a cut and a gash, and like some of it's healed a bit, but like not much.
they didn't even allow you to heal.
Yeah. They weren't fucking around.
There's a very high pressure shower.
Nice.
Safe house priorities.
Later on, I'm planning to go north, find a stream, but that'll be cold as hell. Just for now, it might make you feel better.
Are we staying in shifts here? Are we gonna find some handcuffs or?
We could take her to the bar. It's not as if they don't know about its existence already.
Yeah. Alright. I imagine Troy would be fine with that. I'll double check. It's not like we're not closed for renovations for the week anyway.
That's right.
They threaten the fucking bar and we don't care so much about the building like we do, and I'm sure Troy cares about the building. But it's a lot more about the people.
Everyone who threatened that bar is dead.
Yeah. As far as we know.
Somehow I know. Somehow I don't think Apotheosis would be alive if we hadn't filled.
True. True. Valid. Alright. I'm gonna hit the shower.
See you on the other side.
Peace.
Troyan?
Trine wakes up by the fire.
Yeah,
The
we're just
barn?
sitting near the fire.
And takes a moment to just like register that she has no remaining injuries, which hadn't been a feeling she'd experienced in a little bit. But she also, just checks in with like her physical attributes and realizes that she still feels a certain amount of drained, and just kind of like clenches her fist and gets up and fuck.
Sitting close to, but not uncomfortably so, but enough that it's clear that like there was some watching over you, is Brandon.
Brandon.
Well.
Hey.
You made it.
Are you surprised?
Yes.
Disappointed?
No. I'm allowed to be surprised and not disappointed.
I'm surprised.
Show me your wrists. And then he takes quite a large axe head. Like, it's a big axe. Like, this is an axe that you used to fell like a massive tree.
Oh, fuck.
And then he places it in your right hand, which you can hold easily. You have the strength. Rotate it. That's difficult. You don't have the dexterity that you once did, and it's...
Fuck! And she puts it down ungracefully.
That's gonna last a little while. They got you, did they?
Instead of fuckers. Isn't there a thing where if you cut off the snake's head, the venom magically leaves your system? I know that's not an actual thing, but like, it seems really unfair. They can pull this crap and then we can fucking annihilate them.
That's what you get for fighting a no moon. To be fair, they're not getting up from what you did, right?
No. No, they're not.
You got them all?
I think so.
The museum's closed.
I should hope so.
There's talk that they may not even reopen
Shit. It's not.
What's wrong?
Doesn't feel great to know that it had such an impact on a museum.
Collateral damage. What's the problem?
I don't know. I'm sure I'll get over it.
You'll get over this too. It's just gonna take time.
How did you know?
I can do that.
Fucking kidding. It's brutal. So, bravo, I guess.
There's something that we say when we learn about how to cause this problem. You don't do it to anybody who you don't want to make a mortal enemy out of. Ever. There's no crime that you can commit that I would use that on you if I didn't want you dead.
Yeah, if that one wasn't already dead, they'd have moved to the top of my list.
And of course, naturally, my first instinct is to think of ways that I could use it against somebody and not have them kill me. Why would you teach such a lesson to a Ragabash?
Yeah, why'd you get this? Seems... Well.
Because sometimes I'm not strong enough.
You want to
Sometimes
nerf your opponent.
Sometimes the enemies out there, I can soften them up for someone else. Sometimes I've done it to send a message. It's not about that one. It's about the others who they'll go home to. And they'll see what I've done to them. How I've twisted them.
You're a little freak, aren't you? It kind of makes her laugh in like a weird, sardonic way. Respect.
There's only some things that I'm not willing to do in order to win this fight.
Where are your lines?
I don't know. I like to think that I don't hurt kids. Kids can be trained. Kids can be fixed.
Redeemed.
Redemption's a different question. I don't think a kid needs to be redeemed. Kids are kids. They don't know what they're doing.
Do you believe in redemption?
Yeah, I do. I didn't.
What made you change your mind?
Macris did. Sometimes it takes a Ragabash to teach a Ragabash.
Which is very persuasive.
Any percent, I was ready to twist him like you are now. Worse. So that he'd suffer. And I didn't. And now look what happened. And he gestures around him.
Would it have been different if he had danced the spiral? Do you believe that there is still a chance of redemption for him?
If any percent had danced the spiral, that meant that he would have gone from being a glasswalker to a black spiral dancer. I don't know if I want to live in a world where I can't think that the reverse could happen. Let me rephrase that. I don't know I would want to live in a world where the reverse couldn't happen.
So if someone can go one way, you'd want him.
He wants to be it to be possible for them to go back.
That's well said.
Still, never seen it happen. I've heard stories. Never seen it happen.
What kind of stories?
Better talk to a Galliard about that one. Not that we have many left.
Yeah. Winces at that. and decides to look for Apotheosis. Thanks. This was helpful.
Do yourself a favor. While you're getting over this, try not to use a crutch. And I'm not talking about a physical crutch. That, go ahead. Try not to convince yourself that you deserved it. Try not to convince yourself that it happened because you were weak.
She looks like she's gonna argue that, and then stops herself. Actually,
His gaze is just almost dead. Don't do it. Because that's how they'll win, even after you killed them. Don't give them that satisfaction.
She gives one nod. And then starts walking away. Grab some coffee if there is some.
Yeah, there's always some kind of percolator.
Set over the fire?
Yeah.
That's nice. I like
Pour
that.
ourselves some coffee.
Love that.
You looked like you were about to say something when I said Apotheosis. Has she left it downstream?
No,
or is she-
no, that was my question. I actually
Oh.
just didn't remember. We all went together.
Because it
Macris
ended
left, Sky
with
left. Apotheosis was with
Slade
us.
joining Apotheosis at the
Oh,
base of the cross.
Yes, so she's
So she's probably still here unless she left before we woke up.
It's
unfortunate. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. So Troyan is gonna grab some coffee and then check to see if Apotheosis is still here.
Dante?
I'm sweeping like a little baby.
Oh.
No, I has anyone taken the when I awaken, I went to sleep next to the battery. Did anyone take it?
Roll me your wits and awareness at a penalty of -3.
Fucking hell. -3?
Yep.
Sheesh. No successes.
Well, if somebody had tried to take it from you, they would have succeeded.
-3 for being asleep. Yeah.
-3 from being exhausted.
That would do it, yeah.
But when you wake up, it's still cradled in your arms.
Phew.
Your dreams were fucked.
Yeah. I'll buy that.
So this one, I'm going to need you to roll your resolve
Okay.
and your occult at -3.
Ooh. 2 successes.
You dreamt of wolves howling in binary. You could almost see the wave pattern coming out of their throats.
Strange.
But you can't read binary. So what they were trying to tell you, completely unintelligible.
Okay. But I think the first order of business, certainly on waking up, would be to sit up, get his bearings, and look at this strange egg-like battery. You know, again, last time I looked at it, it didn't seem inert, but it wasn't alive. It wasn't vibrating. It wasn't doing anything. I'd want to examine it more thoroughly in the light.
Are you sure you should be handling that?
Dante's shoulders physically rise as his hackles rise.
I should point out
Fuck.
that she's close enough that you could feel her breath.
Fuck! What the fuck?
It smells vaguely of mint.
Oh, much more pleasant than I expected.
She brushed before.
Let's make
creeping,
out, I guess.
no?
Okay, no. Jesus.
You know, normally we don't sleep with such things.
Yeah. This isn't exactly normal.
No. You pull forsaken items out of a hive, and then you decide that you just have to keep it really close by?
Ooh, I bet you want to know what this is so bad.
I want to destroy it. What good could anything be coming out of a hive?
Side of 8, for once, I fully agree with you. Except, he's reveling a little bit in the fact that he knows something she doesn't. I'm putting it out there. There's a little bit of that going on for sure.
You numbskull. You can't fully agree with me except anything. Then you're not fully agreeing.
Well, then I would fully agree with you. Except, I actually need to talk to you about this.
Why?
You and me, Apotheosis. Maybe someone else. Maybe not. Because, Sight of 8, we didn't understand this is a power source, a battery, and it is not yet active to our knowledge. We have it on good authority that ancestors' spirits were trapped within, and they are what was to be used to generate the power here. So we cannot destroy it, lest those ancestor spirits are not sent on.
Would you give your life to save Gaia's?
Of course I would.
Would you give your very spirit?
Why are you asking me questions you know the answer to?
Then why are you hesitating to destroy it? You don't think that those 5 ancestors wouldn't agree that perhaps it would be a good idea to sacrifice them in the name of not unleashing some sort of worm-tainted hellhole?
What if we could make sure that they were safe and destroy it?
Why not use the engineers who came to launch a rocket?
It's different. That's different, and you know it's different. This was not intended for good. It is corrupted. I know that. But we can do good by freeing the things trapped. No one wants to use this.
Are you so sure?
I can't peer into the hearts of others, so no, I suppose I'm not. But if anyone does want to use it, they have to go through me. And probably through you, too.
Nothing gets past me. Not even you. There's coffee.
He just nods.
I'll hold on to that for you if you need.
Why would I need that?
Because maybe you need to have 2 hands to hold your sippy cup. I won't destroy it. I'll leave your bauble intact for you.
Oh, you think you know better than me all
Yes.
the time.
I do. Dante, I do.
Then if you do, prove it, take it, and destroy it. If you know better, then I can't stop you. And he holds the fucking thing out. He's not gonna let it go, but he is gonna hold it out.
Oh my god.
Let's fucking party, dude. If you want to do this, I'm so
Are
ready.
you trying to hold on to it through sheer strength? Are you going to pull it away if she reaches for it? What are you doing?
Whoa, I can't look at that gift. Whoa. No, yeah, strength. Just like if she tries to pull it away, I'm going to resist her until she forces me to relinquish it.
Roll me your dexterity.
Okay.
Athletics.
Okay.
I remember Scott saying before the session that he wouldn't let Hannah get the best of him today.
Fuck! Every time!
Within about 2 minutes.
John, you shouldn't say it out loud. You're just telling John what to do.
So good.
I'm gonna ask to take a rage, but I'm wondering if I should ask before or after this roll.
Is
what
the
makes-
taunting?
It's the
what's pissing
sippy
you off?
cup,
It's
right?
the sippy cup
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sippy cup.
Furious. Thank you. Not that I want to like brutal this roll, obviously.
Good.
Okay. 4 successes.
You managed to snatch it away from her as she reaches out with one clawed hand
Clawed hand.
to try to pull it away. Not so willing to give up your prize, are you?
I'm not willing at all. I just think if you know best, then perhaps you should be leading this cairn. Perhaps you should be taking this bauble away from a little baby Theurge who doesn't know anything. Oh, except how to reunite you with your cairn spirit. You're fucking welcome. And he turns around to go get some coffee. And I think I'm about to get kicked in the nuts.
She's gonna frenzy right now. Damn it, Dante.
I really can't with her.
You have 3 ag. This is terrible.
She just kicks me in the nuts. I fall down immediately.
Die.
Ah!
She does not frenzy.
That's Jesus, scary.
Dang.
Damn.
You can go get your coffee.
I will. With one hand, like a big boy. I probably do fumble
Other
a little bit because
hand's
you actually
covering my
need both.
nuts. Just in case.
No, I'm using the battery to.
Oh, fair enough.
She's watching this happen.
Yeah, okay, well. She might very well be a little right that I needed both hands, but fuck this. Okay.
That's what it is to be Guru, you know. If you think that you are better tasked, then you take. If you think someone else does not deserve what they have, you challenge. There's no shame in this. There's no shame in losing this. Hold on to it then, if it's so important to you. Don't be surprised if I come after you, if it turns you.
I would want you to. But I take it you have no interest in examining it with Apotheosis and I.
Why would I understand that thing? It stinks of the Weaver. Do I look like I understand the right way to plug in a USB cable?
He shakes his head, sadly.
I'll be there if you need me to be. But you're going to have to find Apotheosis first. I'm not convinced she's there anymore.
Where do you think she's gone?
I think she died. Dante, I think Apotheosis is dead. Just as Dawn died.
Who's in her place?
Well, she's a redhead now. Why don't you just call her Cheryl Blossom?
He just tilts his head like, the fuck? Why would I call her Cheryl Blossom? May as well call her Pippi Longstocking for fuck's sake. What are you on about?
Wendy.
Or Wendy. I'm gonna start calling her Wendy. This is downstream. Man, this is a Wendy.
This is a Wendy.
Why don't we ask her?
By all means. If you need me to hold on to that for you while you go and find her, I'd be happy to take care of it for you.
Thanks so much, Anna. I really appreciate it. No thanks. I'll hold on to it.
You're pretty when you're mad.
Oh, God. I didn't think we were doing the enemies to lovers thing. Fuck. All right.
Are you joking?
Yes?
I wouldn't touch you with a stolen pussy.
Jesus.
I think some coffee comes back out. The fuck? Oh, God. Look, do you know which way Cheryl Blossom went?
She chucks her head up towards the cross.
He's...
Oh God.
Well,
why did that
there it
happen?
is.
I mean, I asked for it, I
You
guess.
said it.
You said it.
It's there forever.
It was said.
It was
We
said
can't
aloud.
delete quotes.
Once
I'm just
it's
saying.
out on the internet.
You knew it would happen.
I will head off in that direction. Towards the cross. I have a bunch of things I need to do as well. I have, like, goals and stuff.
I hope one day to visit every major league ballpark. Like,
It's a bucket list situation, yeah. Scream from the top of the highest peaks in the world.
Wake up in the arms of someone I love.
No, we compare the two halves of our note and they like fit together perfectly. That's me and Trace. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
Fucking damn it. No, I would want to. This doesn't have to happen now. I would want to set up set up a like good to see you with Janet. Who I did see, a tete-a-tete, if you will, who I saw just before the assault on the hive. Weirdly, so actually,
Yes, you did.
It's not like yesterday.
yes.
Fucking weird. All right, never mind. I'm gonna go see Trace. It's strange to see a sibling
So
twice in 1 week.
You're messaging Trace?
I'm messaging Trace and I'm messaging Zach.
What are you telling Trace?
I really need to talk to someone.
What are you telling Zach?
Fucking disaster. That's a scary thing to text somebody. Not sure if you've heard, but we're back. We made it out. He wasn't there, right? He wasn't at Weathered Storm. We didn't see him. No, I don't think
not
so.
seen
You have
Zach.
not seen
No.
Zach yet.
Apotheosis returned Dusk's sunglasses to Macros and said,
Yes.
give them to
Right.
the kid.
That's right. I remember. Okay, thank you. And also, where are those other two kids? People? I don't know. They were at Weathered Storm. We don't know where they've gone. I don't know. They were just like chilling by
sure
the
they
fire.
have.
Oh,
Like, left
the
unattended.
indoctrinated youths.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
They're still at Weathered Storm.
Yeah.
yes.
They're asleep.
I haven't seen. Okay.
Macros was at the safe house.
Yeah, with.
Troyan woke up before you did.
Okay.
And then headed up because she had more rage than you. That's how I determined.
Ah, lovely.
Rage.
She's angry.
Her rage. Did you just say her rage?
I can put mine back to 3. I was like, maybe the shower will calm her down, and I'm just like, what would she be thinking about in the shower? I'm like, no, she'd be angry.
The pressure's so
Back
high
to
it
3.
just made her angrier.
What would I be thinking about? Definitely something that makes me mad.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I would send, and as I'm walking towards the
You'll get a response
cross. Okay.
from Trace.
Man.
You know you could always talk with me. I don't sound like I do in texts.
Very nice. I'll send him a voice memo as a bit of a follow-up. How about later tonight then I could head over, we can hang out. It's been a crazy night and I just need to get some perspective. You're good at perspective.
You get a response.
Okay.
Just make sure to bring the White Claw.
Dante like face palms and goes, "Ah, okay." And then he texts back a thumbs up.
Macros, by the time you're finished with your shower, have you told anybody your plan to go to the bar?
Yeah. I would have texted Troy probably before heading into the shower. Can we stash the parcel? Can we stash the parcel in the basement?
Thumbs up.
Cool.
Trion's buried enough bodies before she knows.
She knows
what's up.
exactly what's being asked.
No, I'm sorry. I don't.
She and Macris just get it.
Incredible.
Oh god.
By the time you make it up to the cross, it's just Slade. At least by the time Troyan gets up to the cross.
Just walking slow. God, I hate not having a lot of stamina.
You look like shit.
Unbelievable.
Thanks.
It's my level of stamina.
I'm actually well rested.
Yeah, I always feel that way after I get up from the ground.
It's really uncomfortable to sleep down there. Do you stay over here often? Are there like cots that just no one bothered to tell us about? Is there a pulled out sectional?
There's bedrolls.
Well, fuck.
You passed out.
I did.
Sometimes it's best just not to mess with that. You'll wake up a little stiff, it'll be fine. It's Dante you should be worried about.
Yeah.
Probably sleeps on Egyptian cotton.
Quick flash sideways to Dante being like, do you have anything in, I don't know, Egyptian cotton? He's at like Bed Bath & Beyond or whatever, I don't know.
Could I put some steamed oat milk in my coffee this morning? Is that... How? Do you have a frother?
Fucking dare you!
How about some
I
vanilla
love
syrup?
my oat milk!
It's really good.
Can I gain a rage for this? Sorry to interrupt, sorry.
No. Were things calm overnight?
Yeah, other than the fact that we got fucked up messages from all three of you.
What did the other ones say?
We got something that sounded just like Macris. It was basically her saying goodbye.
Was
Trying
it,
to encourage us to fight to the last breath.
it was a text or a voice call?
It was a voicemail. Juan got it.
Yeah, and you called me.
I received a message from you too. He said that I could have the bar.
Like I trust you with the bar.
That's why I wasn't sure if it was real.
You said you loved me.
I did.
Like on the call.
Oh,
So, I assumed something was up.
it's good to know that they can make mistakes. Or they're just really good at reading the future.
How much of us and what we say and what we share do they know?
At this point, you might remember that you stashed a whole bunch of papers on your person.
Down my pants.
Oh my god. The sweaty, sweaty drawings of...
Yeah.
It was us, right? Like images
Yeah,
of us?
It's probably so. They look like this now. A little more blood.
Oh god.
Now those fucking creep hats. Anyway.
What are you handing?
The sketches. It was about, because we've already seen ours, so I think these were Apotheosis and Sky. Wait,
They were of us.
they were of us.
Yes.
Everyone
Zach.
in the silver path. No, it was labeled for Zach, wasn't it?
No. There was
Oh.
there was 4. There were sketches of the 3 of you
Yeah.
and Zach.
Oh, okay.
This is the first time you've seen sketches of Zach.
Yeah.
I got it into my head that it was all of the silver pack
No,
people.
it was just the 3 of you. It was
Okay.
not Apotheosis or Sky. But these are new sketches of you
Okay.
compared to the ones that you saw before.
And I think because we were actively being attacked, I didn't look at them all that long.
Nope, you did not.
I would like to take this opportunity to look at them now, please.
Which one would you want to look at first?
My own.
I'd also be curious to know if they were drawn by Alice.
Well, how would I know that?
Do they look like the
Is it-
drawing?
Are they? Is the
Artistic
shading
style.
similar? Yes.
Yeah.
Does it look like it was drawn by Alice?
Or the same hand, yeah.
No, it does not look like it was drawn by Alice.
No balls.
It actually looks better. It looks like it's a more vivid, more emotional sketch of you.
Emotional?
Yeah.
Like I'm emotional, or
No,
the
as in
the-
like it's a better rendition of you that is not just like a police sketch. It's any invisible ink is just visible. You were close to lava.
Yeah.
The heat is already
Oh, yeah.
kind of permanently etched.
and it was next to my hot butt.
I was gonna say, and Troyan's hat.
Troyan's greatest weakness is her passion. She loves too much.
Fuck. Oh.
Guys.
Whether it's her dead lover or her current belle.
Can I gain a rage for that?
Yeah. Then it has a bunch of information about Portia.
A lot?
Not a lot, and none of it is stuff that you didn't know,
Okay.
but things like where she was born. It does not indicate that she's a stargazer. It's the information that she was presenting to you. Well, not even to you, but like to the world when she died.
Yeah. She's trying to get a sense of how recent these
all old
sketches might be,
information.
because it's old. That doesn't mention Slade,
Nope. No, it does mention, it says, well, your current belle.
but doesn't say by name.
Did not say her by name, no.
Okay. So that's
Clearly they knew.
Well, maybe it was, they saw Troy and have a single one-night stand, and then they were like, great. Sketch, sketch, sketch.
Her friend with the canonically amazing ass, whose name I've forgotten right now.
That is.
Yes.
On the smash.
Smash. I don't remember. Well,
She'll move on to the Macros one.
Macris's sketch is equally skilled. And it says, Macris's greatest weakness is being matched. To have someone outdo her in something she considers her area of domain.
And what kind of info is given about?
It mentions that she had rivalries with other Ragabash, with other Bone Gnars. It highlights Code 902 specifically.
Okay. Does it say anything about Sky, any percent?
Does not
Any-
mention Sky or any percent.
Okay. Eight. Moves on to Dante.
Dante's greatest weakness is his pride. When others don't believe in him, he asserts himself, often to his own detriment.
not my number. I'll tell you that for free.
Grotus's idea was so good. I have to ask: is the sketch equally skilled of Dante, or is it?
It's kind of sloppy. Who cares? So,
Let's stick
Stick
figure.
I'm gonna actually ask you to roll your composure insight.
Ooh.
comp site. Whoa.
They were thirsty for Dante. They've rendered his pecs in extra detail.
It's a very thirsty picture for some reason.
He's in the nude.
What the hell?
It's just with very deep V's.
Yeah. Oh, they've watched RPGClinic too.
5
Okay.
successes.
5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoever drew this didn't hold Dante in as much visual esteem as the two of you. You assume that it's because whoever drew this doesn't find men as attractive as women.
The opposite of what I said.
Right.
Right. We're looking for someone evil and gay.
It's still
Why do you think it's a woman?
it's still a very
No. Sorry.
Fuck, dude.
sometimes men are harder to draw. I mean,
They're shaped like triangles. It doesn't make sense.
All right, Aragorn, I'm shaped like a triangle. Come on, get into it.
Your hips are so narrow. What's up with that?
And his
They're so
arms are like
narrow.
I gotta put
ballooning
it,
because
this
of his
is not the
guns.
first time that Kate has made this observation around me specifically.
Humans are weird.
God.
It's still a very skilled sketch of Dante. It's clearly the same person who did this sketch, but whoever it is, there isn't the same kind of attention to detail.
Oh. How do our butts look?
Oh my god.
Yeah. All right.
If my pop an ass open button worked, I would push it right now.
God damn. Whoever it is prefers women.
Not.
Perfect.
Incredible. Well, let's look at Zach's then to see if that theory holds water.
You care.
Zach has the same kind of sketch as Dante.
Okay. And what kind of notes are there for him?
Zach's greatest weakness is his obsession with death.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
And he will trust anyone. If they show him empathy.
That's not good.
It has information about Dusk. Along also with Dew. Mentions that their relics can be found.
Says their relics can be found in that room.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was made after they died.
Yes.
Interesting.
Troyan has been looking at these, holding them in such a way that Slade can look at them too.
I don't know about Macros, the rest of them seem pretty accurate. I would have said something different for Macros myself.
What would you have said?
It's not fair to ask a Shadow Lord these sorts of questions.
You gave me a rundown on everyone's weaknesses before we went into the place. You said Macros didn't have any. Has that changed?
I know Macros' weakness. Macros won't give up. Macros won't retreat. Macros would do anything up to and including sacrificing herself and everyone around her if she thought that it was important.
I think that can be applied to a great many of us.
Not like her. I don't know why, but for her it's a religion.
Normal churches don't allow dogs, so.
Wow. Sorry.
Even if they're cute like Macros.
Valid.
Woof.
I feel like if someone else had said it, Backers would be pissed, but from Troy, she's like, yep.
Yeah, no, fair. Yeah.
All dogs go to heaven.
Oh god, I'm gonna start to cry. No.
Here's the thing. We're not very good at retreat, but we are good at stopping, thinking, evaluating. I've retreated once or twice.
I literally can't picture that.
You saw me during the complacency.
Even then, it never felt like you were retreating.
There's tactical withdrawals. The Macros is like a dog with a bone. She won't let go. Ever. Put her in a position where she thinks she's right. She thinks the sacrifice is enough, and she won't leave.
If it weren't for Macros, we would all be dead.
I've
Hands
no doubt.
down.
Absolutely no doubt of that. I'm telling you this not because I think that she's weak. I'm telling you this because I know that this is how I'd try to beat her. Thankfully, I don't think I have to.
No. She likes you more now. Lucky you. Okay, so who the fuck drew these and how can we be sure that they're dead?
Do you love me?
You're gonna turn this around because of what this fucking sketch says?
No.
Yes.
I just like hearing it.
Fine. Do you love me? I fucking say it. What the fuck?
Troyan, I haven't loved anybody in a long time. I know I love you.
Good. Very good.
Macros.
Yeah.
When you get to the bar, you get there first. You don't have distractions. Like
We do have distractions.
We sure do.
Sky calls for a taxi. And has done a pretty good job of putting on clothes that makes it look like she's ready for a night out at a bar. So unlike anything that you've ever seen her dressed in, she's wearing, what is she wearing? Let's see. Just out of curiosity. She's wearing leggings under a little black dress that comes up quite little. She's in 1-inch heels, just enough to give it like some lift. Although they are not stilettos, because she would never. And she has pulled a brush through her hair.
How far back did it get caught? JK.
I know it grew. Aya doesn't get this. Aya gets to wear the clothes that she has. You're given the option.
Are we planning on going out after?
It's your bar. I assume that you would wear whatever you needed to wear.
It's closed.
Taxi driver doesn't know that.
Macros finds a shirt that is not covered in blood and shredded to bits.
Yeah. Aya's given a few instructions. Number 1, she's not allowed to talk. Until she has been put into the bar, she cannot say a word. Number 2, she can't leave either of their sides, either you or Sky, for any reason at all. And number 3, if any other guru tried to give her any other command who wasn't present during the hive raid, she's to ignore them. With the sole exception of listening to them where she can find either Macros or Sky. Violation of any of these rules means that she's dead. Oh. These rules are given to her matter-of-factly, not like a threat, just this is what's going to happen. You can't speak, you can't do this, you can't do this. Violation of these rules means that you will be killed. But when you get to the bar, there's someone already there. I wasn't expecting you. Shanks is doing his level best to try to pull up some of the molding that has...
Chunks, we are closed for renovations. You know there was a threat. Why the fuck are you here? Troyan sent you home. Do you want to die? Because I can do that for you right the fuck now.
My
if
God.
you won't leave.
Oh my god.
I like you, Shanks. I like you alive. being here is a good way to make sure you don't stay that way.
He turns to you. And he draws himself up to his full height, which is still like an inch shorter than you. And I don't like it when people threaten this place.
Neither do we. But you know Troyan did a huge part of why she closed it for the week was to save all of the customers, but especially you.
I'm not a customer.
No, you're not. I guess you could be demoted to one if you really pissed her off.
He looks indignant for a second. Can you roll me your charisma intimidation, please? This might be a massacre right here.
Massacre.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you in the thought. Okay, not brutal. Just the one success.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
So I wanted to make sure that you and Troyan were okay.
We're fine, we're alive. We're well, we're
But
fine.
why do you need no protection and I do?
Well, you're here, bartender, serve me a drink. And she like plops down at the bar and like nods to Sky to like head in.
So Sky heads in, and
Yeah.
then there's Aya, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Who's your friend?"
Someone that was in trouble that we're letting lay low for a while, because that's what we do. We find people that are in trouble and we help them. And sometimes people get pissed off that we're helping people that were in trouble because they were the ones causing the trouble. And then we get special visitors like we did 2 days ago, whatever, X days ago, who then, you know, imply that there's going to be an accidental fire in the fucking building.
Shanks is preparing you. It's preparing you a drink while you're lecturing.
Macros play nice would be an opera Berta.
Yeah.
Macris play nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
Otherwise, it's death in the afternoon.
Otherwise, it's death in the afternoon.
That's so funny.
he has fixed you
Yeah.
a Blue Lagoon.
Classic. Tasty.
So a Blue Lagoon, for people like me who don't actually know what Blue Lagoons are, vodka, blue curacao, lemonade,
Delish.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
garnished with a lemon wheel and maraschino cherry. Damn, that actually does
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Shit. You need me to get out of here.
I don't need you to do anything, but I think Troy would be pretty fucking pissed off if someone decided to come on by and have us have an accidental fire and you were caught in it when you were told to stay away.
It's the told that bristles him. But, and he comes out from around the bar, and he walks up to the door, and he opens it up.
We've been trying to protect you, Shanks. I know you're a big grown-up adult and you're capable of taking care of yourself. But I don't think you asked to be involved in any of this when you took this job, nor when you were promoted to manager?
This assistant.
She's gonna say manager.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yes, manager.
Whether even if he's assistant manager,
Yeah.
Macros is gonna.
assistant to the regional manager.
Yeah. It's better if you didn't know.
It's not just a job to me. And then he closes the door and locks it. Sky looks at and then looks back. A lot of loyalty in the old rank and file here at Bar Balthazar.
Troy inspires that in people.
Stupidity.
I mean,
I can see he would make a good guru.
Yeah. It would be convenient if he were. Yeah,
He's
and I
not,
had
is
a.
he?
We don't. There isn't like some spirit we can petition to get the old stereotypical historical wolf bite that actually turns people. Huh?
So Aya looks up for a second, like vaguely interested, and then realizes that like no one actually wants her opinion on this. And looks back down.
Oh my god, she's so cute. Yeah.
When are the others getting here?
I don't know. Text.
At this point, you make it up to the cross. Presentar, Troy, not Apotheosis,
damn it.
but also Slade.
Oh, okay.
Troyan would have gone to initiate a kiss after their angry.
You just gotta do
angry
this.
I
Both
love
roll
you
me,
exchange.
Can you roll me both a die of luck, please?
3, 2, 1.
8.
The 3.
Yeah, so you're unlucky enough to witness this.
Unlucky enough. Wow. Ew. Might I suggest it's in the foreground of the shot, and then there's a rack focus to me, just like hands jammed in my pockets, like
Battery down your
it's a
pants.
buff.
Is that a battery
right
in
on.
your pocket?
Sippy
or-
cup.
He does have a cup of coffee and a fucking battery in his hands. You're right.
Emotionally has his hand shoved in his pocket.
Yes, exactly. He's kicking rocks, as it were. Apotheosis here.
Do you mind?
Is Apotheosis here?
You'll wait. And then she deliberately turns back to Troy.
Oh Jesus!
And
No.
not a salacious, not like a I'm gonna make him jealous or anything. Just very daintily leans over, just
Cute.
letting it linger. Just a shade, a hair passed too long.
Slade.
Don't Slade past,
Very
yeah.
nice.
Don't. God damn it, Split.
And then
No. Come on.
turns and looks back and says, "Was there something you wanted?"
Dante's been looking around and does not see Apotheosis here. I don't think she's here, so...
You're looking for your girlfriend.
I have something to ask her too.
She's not here. She went back to downstream. She's on a journey of meaning.
Have you seen Zach?
I haven't heard back from him yet either.
You messaged him?
Yeah. What do you mean a journey of meaning?
She died. Again.
Yeah, I can see how that might fuck you up.
There aren't a whole lot of Guru who die once, let alone twice. And come back, I suppose.
In fairness,
Most Guru die once.
yeah. And in fairness, those deaths were fundamentally different. He's not, he really isn't trying to piss Slade off with that, but he is trying to be like, just, like, they are different kinds of death. One of them being, not real.
Not to
Really?
No.
Huh.
She told me you did it. She's gonna be indebted to you forever, she said.
That is not what I want.
Yeah, I know you don't want it. Packs get indebted to each other. That's kind of the thing. You lean on each other forever. That's why I missed you every day. Because I never paid him back. And I wasn't there for him when he needed me. Dawn, Apotheosis, whoever she is now. She's the same person she always was. But she's died twice. And like you said, that's gonna fuck you up a little bit. I think she went back to downstream because she said that she had something that she needed to get out. I have no idea what she meant.
Yeah, Dante and Troyan, I think, exchange a look, probably. I don't know.
It's an egg. It's a phoenix egg.
It's a phoenix egg.
An egg.
Oh my
nice.
god! Okay. We should head there.
Captain Sway, I think the argument is that she's really bad at dying.
She doesn't stay dead.
Yeah, it doesn't stay dead, yeah.
Macris is at the bar. So.
Ah. Okay. We'll head there first. Where are the kids? I don't want to use that term. Do we have a better term? For me?
The cubs, the
Twins.
cubs.
Cubs. Thank you.
would be
Let's do that.
the appropriate term.
Tomato. Thank you.
They're with Guy.
Okay.
And for the moment, I think that's probably for the best. They currently associate you with, well, that.
Yeah.
Give them time.
All the time they need.
No. Not all the time they need, but all the time you're willing to give before you're going to have to sit them down and question them. Find out exactly what they know. Find out how fucked they are. Find out whether or not they can be saved.
Surely that's a job for a half moon.
Oh, I imagine that they'll get Edward to do it.
Dante like crinkles his face in a like, like, should we? Like,
Yeah,
not disrespectfully, but like he's like,
He's a head shrinker, but at least he managed to shrink my head properly.
yeah, it's a good size.
That's toxic masculinity for you. Just this avoidance of any kind of therapy.
Do you feel better after talking to him?
Yeah, Dante quirks an eyebrow.
Yeah.
So did I.
You know why? Because he didn't try to convince me that everything was going to be okay. Just better. I can do better. We all can. At this point, if you were sending a text,
Yeah.
this is when they would receive it.
Shanks was here. I probably said the wrong things. It's probably like many dots. Probably said the wrong
Many
things.
ellipses.
He's gone, or at least left here.
Another thumbs up, and then you still at the bar?
Yep.
We'll meet you there. Yeah.
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 I don't have much
Figure
more to
we'll
say
have
than
to
that.
go see Apotheosis after, but the bar.
It's on the way. Bar's on the way.
Bar's on the way, ish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
ish. Yeah.
You're like drunk and
We're-
wandering a little.
We still haven't heard from Zach.
None of you.
Maybe he got weird texts from us too.
Shit.
We'll figure it out.
Shit. All caps.
This is all just going by the group
Yeah,
text.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Dante's
Oh
like,
yeah. I'm just watching it, just being like.
Macros is gonna
not
try
really-
texting him herself. She's gonna be like, if you receive previous messages from us, they were fake, and therefore, of course, you'll probably think this one's fake, but, shit.
But it's not. Shit.
Troyan also hands Dante the sketches that she found, just so he can look at them on their way.
You know if I have anything witty to say about it.
Fuck, I'm just trying to, it's gonna pace a bit, try to think of what to say, so feel free to cut away.
do you want to roll?
Yeah, trying to come up with something to say that'll be like a little referential to something they
This
know.
will be a composure persuasion.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
yeah.
Compsuasion.
Persuasion.
Northern Guard.
Propose.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 successes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sorry,
guys. Northern Guard.
If he needs proof, you should tell him where he can find proof, not through text messages. Tell him to go to the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the other thing, though, is that he could think that this is a trap.
Yep.
But
If you need proof, go to the bar or one of the.
you should also probably tell him something that only you would know.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's what I was trying to figure out. And my brain is just currently empty of all things. Something about.
Chained Oak, frenzying at the Chained Oak, right?
Ooh,
That's something
yeah.
we would know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I would have
Poor
seen
kid.
you frenzy at Chained Oak, but I was too busy railing
Yeah.
on the left.
Yeah, that's why I don't remember it, because Macros wasn't there. Hope. Yeah, something about the Northern Guard. Hope you haven't gotten any. Rash? I don't fucking know. Macros would say something witty and clever that Kate
Road
is
rash.
failing at, but yeah, something about like.
I hope you're not.
Yeah,
thinking of
like.
road rash, because
yeah,
that would be a
something like,
specific
yeah,
reference to.
yeah,
Road
motorcycling. Yeah. Yeah.
I am gonna do quick sight.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, did you need a break?
Before we make it.
I'd like to formally apologize to the people in chat who are very familiar with the Northern Guard. And I'm sorry that twice NG went by in the chat and I was like,
I thought
like,
no good.
no
that
good.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, what the
Sorry,
fuck is
Kate.
NG?
Yeah, NG typically means no good.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. I know that's not what that is. I just think it's kind of funny. Whoa, whoa. Sup, everybody? It's good to be playing. You alright?
I just go.
Okay. Everybody,
Okay,
if it's
so-
something in the chat, I'm gonna be able to read it for a while.
Not if I scroll past it.
Got it.
So
I
I'm
also
kind
have
of
to get
curious
out
as to what's going on here.
Okay. Actually, I am gonna just get up and get my water. That way you can have your chats.
It's okay. It's not actually something that she's trying to hide from you.
But she said.
This is putting your hands over your
Oh,
eyes.
yes.
WW.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm aware it's not whoa whoa. Although that would be pretty funny. Okay, bye. I'll be back in a second. Sorry to abandon you, John. Do you need anything?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okie doke.
Captain Splooey, you're just dealing with a bunch of millennials here. That's all. That's kind of the way it is. I mean, yeah, I guess we all still technically are defined as millennials. Getting ratioed by Splooey. Damn. God damn. Yeah. I'm still somewhat curious about the fallout from all of this, but I'm starting to get a picture, an idea, a soupçon. Kung Fu Fenris builds the suspense. It is an interesting question. Pretty interested in seeing where this goes. Well, I admit that over the course of the past few sessions, I am also curious as to where this is going to go. And I can see it going in a bunch of different ways, which is the interesting part for me. What do you mean by y'all are going upwards? There you go. Let's see. Hello, D&D with D. I have to... Oh, I can see it up here. Our setup has shifted somewhat, and so when it comes to notifications for alerts, they're in a different place than I'm used to seeing, so we just got a follow from D&D with D.
Is it letter D? D-E-E?
D-E-E.
Oh. Hello, D.
D-N-D
Yeah.
with
E.
D-E-E.
Cool. Do you need anything?
Nope.
I will be right back with you.
Ah, there's a wave. Not a wave. Yes. We are seeing the PCs cap their renown. And it is a power stat, but they were burning through some resources that they can't easily get back over the course of the past 4 sessions. And they did this at the expense of taking some other avenues that they could have taken. Now, I'm not saying that they did something wrong. I don't think that there is a wrong way for them to have played through what happened in the past few sessions. But I will say that what they chose to do was definitely what I would call reckless, committed. Real question is whether or not I have their weaknesses down.
Yum, yum, yum.
Okay. Break time is over soon.
TM, MC.
We'll return to game after that. But yeah, that's really the kind of the biggest question that I have in my head currently, is whether or not I actually got their weaknesses correct, because this is also with outdated information.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they weren't updating those sheets in real time, I'll tell you that much. Unless they're, maybe they're talismans. Maybe they're just to, maybe it's a piece of paper that as long as you sketch it on one side, on the other side, it just has the truth.
Ooh.
That would be broken. If Liz tries to write anything, her sheet will fragment into dust. The other thing, Gwen, is that we could print her a new sheet easily.
Give her
I
a
could do
sheet
it
page
now.
protector.
I still
Laminate
have my changeling sheet. My very first one. I've only ever had the one, and it is like almost completely ripped in two. I feel like there's I don't know. I'm a believer in dice luck, and I'm a believer in sheet juju as well. So I think it just feels very hallowed and sacred.
I agree.
I like it fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it kind of fucked up. I'm like, yeah, I played so hard.
I definitely have that cycle where at some point in the game, if it runs long enough, it gets to the point where I'm like, okay, this has to go into a sheet protector. Yeah, exactly. I remember the first D&D campaign that I played, we ended up going from 1st to 17th level. So it was fucking long. And yeah, at some point I had to get a binder with a sheet protector for it because it was at the point of falling apart, but I wasn't going to change it.
No.
And all the erasing and rewriting for the HP and stuff, right? The hole worn in that section of the character sheet. Oh, apparently it's been 14 minutes and 30 seconds since I crossed my arms.
Oh.
Liz and I both, however we cross our arms with our smartwatches, we end up doing, sometimes I'm like, why am I in airplane mode? Cross my arms.
It'll change the background image on my watch as well, because holding down on it is oh, would you like to customize it? So now I have it on water protection mode, basically, in case it's you're swimming and you don't want to fuck with the screen. So that means I can do it without it being affected, but it's just silly that it's come to this.
So it has come to this.
These were clearly designed by people who wear long sleeves or don't cross their arms.
Yeah.
When you get to the bar, what a pretentious quote.
Was it untrue? Don't you remember? April the 12th, 2022.
It was right before my birthday.
Exactly.
Are you sure it's April the 12th?
No, I'm not. It could have been December the 4th. I don't know.
I don't remember if I fixed the year. I think I fixed the YMD.
That makes sense.
But then it would be YMD, so I'm not sure.
Wait a second.
That's why all dates should be in YMD.
Yeah.
I love that. My favorite.
That makes sense.
So we're going to say it's December 4th, so it was right before Scott's birthday.
Which probably makes a lot more sense considering the context of the quote. Kick your ass at her. I know that. Good times.
That is a lyric from a song called Eurotrash
Oh, shit. All right.
that was Not a great song, but it did feature on the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater soundtrack.
The greatest soundtrack
I
of all
haven't
time.
fucked with these quotes. I fucked with them when I imported them to be able to use on our Discord server. That's why I was like, but I'm sure I fixed this. It's because, yeah, on our Discord it'll be probably correct.
Got it.
When you get to the bar, at this point, you have to decide also whether you offered a drink to Aya.
I mean, I'd offer a water or, like, juice or whatever. I wouldn't offer any of the alcohol. That's Troyan's prerogative.
And yet there you are.
Troyan now passes the sketches to Macris to look at.
I mean, as they're walking in, I mean, it makes sense, right? The point was to find our weaknesses, exploit them, corrupt them, right?
Yeah, but why would you leave this in a volcano room?
What do you mean?
This was in a chest near that thing. You were so feral about attacking it. But
Because they're going to take every opportunity to break you down.
Yeah, honestly, this just feels like continued head games, which must have had some purpose. But I feel like looking at this and getting pissed off by it is just more of their bullshit. Slams it down on the bar and slides it back towards Troyan.
then she shows it to Aya. Them making sketches of their enemies, is that like a thing that they do?
Yeah. Well, you killed him, but yes.
Who was it? It was Ends of Beginnings, wasn't it? That piece of shit.
John named all of them, and we
all
killed
the
them without
unnamed
getting any of
that's
their
correct.
names. He worked so hard.
I'll kill you, but
So
first you
we're
better tell me your
finally-
fucking name.
Finally going back to
I
his
should have
hard
done.
work.
Should have done. That's okay.
I'm just going to
They will be remembered in this way.
open this so that I have the names
Mm-mm.
in front of me.
And then Macris will write a sick diss track involving all of the names of the ones we've killed. On the fly, it'll be ready in 2 minutes.
load, more like viral bloat.
Viral
Kick your
pwned.
Oh, what the? That sounds better to you? Sheesh.
Guy's Whale. Adam.
Guy's Whale, W-A-I-L.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ooh. That's the whale sound.
Fuck, it's getting spooky here, guys.
Oh, it's a werewolf.
Where whale? Sorry.
Oh, run.
Not now, not now. Incredible.
Here's a baby whale.
Okay, and he's dead?
He's the last one you killed. I watched you do it. You shot him in the head.
Dante says nothing, just kind of crosses his arms and slides into a chair to, like, you know, with everybody else.
How do they know so much?
They watch you. We've been watching you for a long time. But it's not just that. There's a network. Spirits who move around, who've paid attention. We can tell who you spend time with. Sometimes we witness the ways that you interact.
And there must be some...
Sorry, I'm gonna retcon what I just said. They witness. She does not use we.
There must be some tech component to it as well.
Yes. I'm the one who gained access to all your phones.
You were the one who sent all those fucked up voice messages?
No, I'm the one who gained access to the phones. Someone else sent the messages.
How? How do they impersonate us so...
Spoofing a phone number is incredibly easy.
I mean our voices.
Artificial intelligence.
If you have a large enough sample, you can create a voice that sounds accurate enough.
That's right,
in the
folks.
circumstance.
Artificial intelligences of the worm, motherfuckers.
Oh, fuck! Oh my god, we're taking a big stand in this game. I like it.
Zero AI.
Nice. Let's fucking go. Of the worm. Woo!
Do you know the content of all the messages that were sent?
I don't know what messages were sent. They locked me out. Because I was disagreeing with them about what to do about that. She points to the battery that I assume you're still carrying.
Yeah. What, so you were on the outs?
Like that doesn't happen among Guy and Guru?
No, not like that. I'm trying to get a sense.
They weren't trying to kick me out or kill me or anything, if that's what you're wondering. But there were questions as to my loyalties and...
Original thought is anathema to their plans.
It's anathema to all of our plans. And then she is like, why am I arguing with you? And she just shuts up.
What would have happened if, say, we'd failed, we'd been killed? Would they have forgiven you, brought you back into the fold? Would you have had to do some kind of contrition, or how does that work?
It would depend on whatever the outcome of the battery was. And whether I continue my resistance. We have rights, just like you. Sorry, again. They have rights, just like you. They have their ways of doing things, just like you.
Say we didn't get to the battery. Say it was still intact.
I still think it was wrong for them to have it.
You would have continued to resist.
I don't honestly know how to answer that question. Maybe.
Would they have returned to trying to indoctrinate you? Using methods like what we saw?
It's probably what the next step would have been, yeah. She sips her apple juice.
That's nice.
Some pretty fucked up shit we saw there.
No, you didn't see half of it. That was nothing.
Troyan is reminded of Alice the serial killer. Oh, horrible.
You didn't go into the Umbra, did you?
Felt it.
You didn't see the other side.
No.
Have you?
Yeah. You left there alone. They blindfold you. Drip wax into your ears. And they leave you there. Just in the company of spirits. There's no way for you to get back. You're there for as long as they want you to stay.
Cute.
Except that we leave with an understanding. There's a lot of lessons that can be used. But some of the most effective ones are the ones that you suffering.
That staying in the Umbra for that long is torture. And so therefore, like, you know, spirit's bad, let's fuck them up.
You learn respect.
Through fear.
Through a lot of things.
Apparently I should be signed up for the next field trip.
What? Why would you ever want to go through that?
I don't, but a lot of people would say that I need to learn my respect, so... Feels like I would have had an extra long stay if they had gotten their paws on me.
Sky gives Macros a funny look.
Almost makes one wonder, Aya, how someone ends up in a situation like that in the first place.
If they found you first.
Yeah. Do you want to know? A lot of it is whether we find a cub first. It's easy at that point because they don't know. They see the world around them. They see Gaia suffering. The message is very, very tempting. You did it to apotheosis. Kill. So that you can be reborn to something better. Because it's not like this world is going to get a lot better anytime soon.
How's your level of hope? Oh, yeah?
Do you want me to finish? Or should I answer your question?
Go ahead. I just want to let that sit in your head, too.
Sometimes it's despair. Kayan Guru feels badly enough about everything that's happening, and then it becomes a bit easier to convince them that maybe they're on the wrong side. Sometimes it's trickery. Convince them that you're actually fighting against the spiral, and in doing so, they're dancing it. And sometimes you just drive them mad.
Which one was it for you?
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's a. I'm gonna need a.
It's not the madness one, is it?
That's a charisma insight. A chin sight.
Oh. Yep. There it is. That's a chin.
Charisite?
Charisite.
4.
When Kate's in character, I always have to just sort of like, because goddamn does she look so unimpressed. 4 successes?
Yeah.
No, she's just super fucking pissed right now. But also trying to let Trin and Dante get through their little talks before she gets mad
Before kicking some ass.
at everything.
I destroyed a computer lab. At McGill, I destroyed a computer lab in my first change. Along with my professor. They made the problem go away. I was terrified that it was going to come back to my family. They'd find out that I was a murderer.
So you were grateful to them?
I would have done anything for them.
And eventually you came to believe in what they were fighting for?
They described it like it was a mercy. A mercy for Gaia. They said it was like you were leaving the machine plugged in when it was already brain dead.
Best put it out of its misery, its suffering.
Let it die so that something new could take its place.
Wild. Something new. That is.
Exactly what Glasswalkers believe, isn't it? That the solution is yet to be invented, but it can be.
Yeah. Soft disagree on the language, but yeah.
Can I have anybody who's interested roll me a winsight?
Yes.
Don't see Kate reaching for them dice.
I'm like, Kate wants to. Macros, I don't.
Motives factor into this, John?
Sure.
Okay, now.
Fucking hell, eh?
Fucking hell, mate.
6 successes.
2.
Sure.
Angry.
N.A.
She clearly feels very strongly about her family. You get that.
Yeah, absolutely.
For you, she feels strongly about her family, and that in her current situation, she's terrified that you'll go after them in order to get to her.
Jesus.
Excuse me.
We'd suffered losses, though. Here she is saying we, by the way.
Okay.
We'd suffered losses on the mountain. It was you two, I think. And before, Ken, Alice. The battery was supposed to be what was going to bring us back.
Bring you back.
But I don't know what the plan was.
I'll bring you back to power, not bring
Yes.
back the deceased. Okay,
We
good.
don't have that
At least
kind
there's
of
that.
ability.
Jesus.
I program the interface. So I know how to communicate with what's inside. Whether or not they'll listen is another question. We never cracked that.
Sure. Did you programmed it not knowing what it was going to be interfacing with?
I knew.
Oh.
I just disagreed with it.
But not enough to walk away.
It's not that easy to walk away from things.
Especially when they have leverage.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you turn your back on the people that theoretically saved you and tell you that no one else would have saved you the way they saved you?
Actually, I am going to ask you to roll insight, but it's not for her, it's for Sky.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a specialty in Sky, do you?
Nope.
That'd be great.
Survival. Let's go.
2 successes.
Sky is very deliberately not questioning, but she is paying such attention.
Yeah.
Judging. Thing is, when they first got, they said that we were doing something in order to make sure that we could bring something new, something better. That we'd be able to see as ancestor spirits. But why couldn't they? As she indicates the battery. Why would they not be allowed? Why did they have to be sacrificed? And for what? It just started to ring just a little wrong.
There are those who will say that all progress requires sacrifice, and it's just a matter of how much and what kind. I'm not commenting on that. I can see how they might have played it.
Yeah, but when you're sacrificing something of yours. You know, if I see that somebody's bleeding and I tear my shirt so that I can tie a bandage around them, I'm sacrificing my shirt. That's mine.
Yeah. If you're ethical, yeah.
That's killing. Those ancestor spirits didn't belong to them. And it's something about the mountain. It's always something about the goddamn mountain.
Yeah.
Every time we take a step, trying to heal it, feels like we come up against 5 more obstacles.
I don't know why they're so obsessed with it.
Beyond it being a symbol, you mean? More than just it being the symbol of this city and this place.
There are other cairns. Downstream is less defensible. It's easier to destroy.
Yeah, but it's just in a stream. It's not the heart of a city. A section of nature preserved against the growth of progress of concrete. It doesn't have the same importance or value as a location. Not to diss downstream or whatever.
No, I'm with you.
You know, I imagine whatever's in Central Park is 10 times as powerful. Same reason. The gardens at Buckingham Palace or whatever the fuck.
Why do you think they're obsessed with the mountain? You must have theories after being with them for so long.
I know what they've tried to tell me. Ley lines and life force and bastion of Gaia's last gasps in a city that's been strangled by the Weaver, and I think it's because they hate you. I think it's because you've pissed them off. I think that it's because they've completed what they needed to complete in the mountain, and now it's just personal. I think you've killed enough of them that they wanted to hit you where it hurt.
This was the first time we came knocking on their doorstep. They kept fucking up ours.
I'm not saying they're rational.
But Aya, this, and he indicates the battery. Are you saying this is further into their plan from...
Who do you think won Endless Night?
That's a good question. We survived. The cairn was revitalized. The mountain was fucked up.
Did they treat that as a victory for them?
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they killed some of ours. Got some trophies for the little trophy
The
rooms.
seeds were planted.
Not the deaths. They set the course for the mountain dying. Your cairn revitalized, yes. The rest of the mountain. It's only a matter of time.
I've spoken to spirits who seem to think that it can still be healed. That there are things that we can do to save it.
Maybe.
Do you think it's a lost cause?
It's not my area of expertise. I'm not a theurge.
No, but you had pity for the spirits. That's why you disagreed with this interface that you were programming in the first place.
It's true.
I believe that you've thought a lot more than you would like to let on to them.
Maybe.
We want to undo the damage of the mountain. We want to heal it.
Then you're going against everything the Black Spiral Dancers were trying to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
In case the pile of corpses wasn't enough of an indication, we're not fans of theirs.
There's like a ... Okay.
No, all right.
Makes sense.
We are trying to undo what they have done.
Sky looks up at Dante. Apotheosis should be here.
I agree. I heard she might have gone back to downstream.
Can you call her?
I can try, yeah. Yeah. He
There's like she is not breaking eye contact.
absolutely correct. Okay. He's gonna walk away to make the phone call, and I don't know if Sky's gonna.
tracking.
Okay. All right. Understood. Yeah. Good. Okay. He won't go too far, but he'll call Apotheosis. See if she can fix up, man.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
It's, well, you know it's me, just that it's not fake or anything weird.
I know it's you, Dante. I could recognize you anywhere.
We're at the bar, and we need you here. Please.
You need me there?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll be there.
Wait. Slade said you were...
I'm trying to sleep.
Ah.
I need to dream, Dante. I need to get this code out of my head.
What's the code? What did you see?
I saw Earth breathing.
I don't know what you want me to call you.
What's wrong with Apotheosis?
Wasn't sure if that was still how you feel. Who you are.
The last person to grant me a name is dead. I'll have to wait a little longer before I can find another one.
I suppose. You know we can name ourselves, right?
I'll be there soon.
And the phone hangs up.
He turns around and he just barks out a quick, she's on her way, and then heads back to a chair.
Sky like nods as if like, good boy.
Okay. Oh. And he looks like, his brow is furrowed and he's like, huh, this is all very interesting.
A long time ago, a long, long time ago, we didn't have cities like this. We had agriculture and we had hunting, and we were watching for a sign. Do you think the world's better? Do you think we've gained anything? Weren't we better off when our focus was on the next meal, a safe place to sleep?
No, I don't think subsistence farming is what I want to go back to. Kinda fucking sucks.
See, I agree with you.
I think there's somewhere in between, but it's also pointless to debate the past. It's done. Unless you've figured out a ritual to dance into the past, and that's what you were all after. What can we do now?
Just that's the first thing they taught me.
That it was better before? When you starved half the time because everyone had to grow their own crops and, you know, if there was a blight, the whole fucking region was done for because there was no trade.
Yeah, that's exactly what they taught us. The death
Natural
is a
order.
part of life.
Yeah, I mean, death is a part of life. It happens. Welcome to being a guru. Unless your phoenix is chosen.
At that, Aya looks up and says, "Where is your fifth?" And Sky looks up just very casually and says, "You haven't earned any right to questions yet." And then goes back to sipping her water. And then she looks up at you, and here's the current play. When she looks at Troyan, there's like, oh, maybe there's some hope here. Troyan seems to be somewhat sympathetic to my situation. When she looks at Dante, it's, he may or may not be somebody I can rely on because he's the one who's closest to me in terms of my areas of expertise.
His skills render you redundant.
Oh, God.
And then she looks at Macris and she's like, I think I might die before the end of the night. And I don't know.
Yay.
Iris isn't mad at her.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's not mad at Aya.
yeah. Just, you know.
Everything that Aya experienced.
Mhm.
If there's one thing that I can't stand, it's hypocrisy. And that thing is the first time I saw it from them.
What makes this hypocritical?
Because they were promising a future for everyone. Even you.
God.
Even the slain. Why else do you think that we honored your dead?
Because you're fucked up. Not you, but like
No,
the global
me.
you.
I'm fucked up. Cuts to the quick, I'm fucked up. I know I am. Because either I turned my back on anyone who actually gave a shit about me, and I'm wrong. Or I turned my back against everyone who gave a shit about me, and I'm right. And then I'm here with you. So, you're not wrong. That's all I was trying to say. Oh.
Would you unfuck up?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Would you unfuck up?
I don't know what you mean.
Would you renounce them?
I thought I did when I helped you kill them.
Would you embrace a new identity, a new tribe?
I don't even know if such a thing is possible.
Apparently it is.
Sky glances at Troyan, and there's just the very slightest hint of a nod.
Apparently it is. We might have to speak to a galliard.
I am a galliard.
So then you tell me.
Probably a different galleon.
Yeah, I can't imagine they've shared these types of stories with
Probably
you.
a different galleon.
They were probably censoring those books in the Spiral Library.
Weird, there's a few pages torn out.
Oh well.
Macris laughed for like the first time this whole conversation.
Oh, yay.
And you killed Ends of Beginnings, so...
Gladly, and I would kill him again.
He was the one assigned to this place, you know.
What do you mean assigned?
He came here and scouted it out and gave it a veiled threat.
He's the
Not
one
very
who
veiled.
was supposed to learn the most that he could about you. He sung your stories to me.
Ugh.
So glad he sang our stories while telling us he was going to burn the place to the ground with everyone we loved in it. Macros is exaggerating.
Just a smidge.
I'm glad he's dead.
How do you feel about Ellis?
She lived among you for so long. But I always felt like she had a third master.
Mm-hmm.
The oaths that she had sworn, the shimonage she was performing. I still don't know who she was making deals with. But I just don't understand how she could live among you for that long without going insane. Knowing that she was serving something else. I don't have it in me to be a spy.
Like to roll insight on that to see if
Well,
she
that's a
genuinely
good thing.
believes it.
This I have to roll against you.
Okay.
That's a good thing to roll on.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, Macros is like, no, she did go insane.
Yeah, that's
We've been
my
for
thought
her.
too. Yeah, it's like, well, you know what? She actually got it.
Oh.
Brutal outcome, brutal outcome, brutal
Brutal
outcome.
outcome. It's a shame. 'cause it's a
Caliente.
really good roll.
Hey, cheeks.
Wee.
Great pull.
Hi, cheeks. What is this?
What is duck game? Okay, it doesn't matter.
Duck game?
Yeah, what
We played it.
Yeah, but what is this quote? I don't know. What the hell is this? Anyway, whatever. Good times.
Is she
Okay.
flirting with you?
Classic.
A classic brutal outcome.
Classic
Yeah.
botch.
Classic bunch. Yeah.
I'm going to give you an option.
Okay.
I'm either going to tell you the truth, and you will frenzy as a result,
Oh my god.
or
Oh my god.
I'm going to tell you at random what to believe.
Oof.
If you frenzy, you will know that it's the truth, but only once you calm down. The thing is, at random, I'm sorry, when I say at random, I mean you will not know. Troyan won't know. She'll have a gut feeling, but she'll question it. I'm not going to force you to believe something. Or I will tell you the truth, but you will frenzy as a result.
Okay. And if I frenzy, y'all would have to in-cap me. And I am far from in-cap.
And you may end up killing Aya.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
It's
If I was more hurt, I would opt for that
ideal.
option, but it would take you so fucking long. No. I'll go for the non-frenzy option.
Roll me a dive luck.
Know that I was tempted. That I was very tempted. 4.
If I roll above you, I'm going to tell you a lie.
Okay.
If I roll below you, I'm going to tell you the truth. If I roll exactly
Yeah.
what it is,
Mixed?
I get to pick.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm not looking.
It's very nicely masked.
Yeah, exactly. Weirdness.
She absolutely has the temperament, the stamina, and the emotional capacity to be a spy. Which means that she is lying. Not necessarily that she is a spy or that she would spy on you.
But she would be a good spy.
But she is saying things like, man, I could never be a good spy, and you believe that she absolutely could be.
Troyan goes behind the bar briefly and starts to make herself a drink.
I had a lot of respect for Alice. I think it would have taken a lot of guts to do what she did.
Yep. Guts. Good word choice.
You're the one who
She
killed
was
her.
intimate with those. How to rearrange them.
He's a fucking serial killer.
But you know, the greater good or whatever.
You're the one who killed her.
Finally.
When you did it, did you do it because she was on the other side, or did you do it
Did it
because it was personal? And then Sky once again looks up and just raises one finger again and then puts it back down. You haven't earned the right to ask questions.
It was a lot. It was a lot of things. Don't tend to operate on single parameters. I'm not a glasswalker, so ones and zeros aren't really quite my style. I tend to. That's not meant as a burn or anything. It's just like we're different.
But it's witty. Like, I liked it. Yeah,
We're
it's still witty.
Let's go. I'm interested in the gray, and the nuance, and hopefully finding the fucking truth. And sometimes you get it, and sometimes you don't.
You're talking like Hugo.
Oh God, who's Hugo?
Another Ragabash. You killed him in the chamber with...
Thanks
You would
for...
have liked his deed name.
Yeah.
Flat Thinker.
Look, I get they were all people to you, they all meant something to you, and perhaps this is you processing your grief or whatever to state their names into the world and give them one last hurrah, and that's honorable and lupine.
Sky glances at the two of you in like a damn.
Shit.
But I don't give a fuck that they had pedestals with things from Dusk and Dew. I give a fuck that they had one reserved for Cleve's Lie. They did not once show any inclination of what I consider respect. So I don't give a fuck about who they were or what they stood for at this point. Y'all can talk. Macris tromps off.
Like leaves the bar?
Now probably heads down to the basement and starts prepping the safe room.
The room, yeah.
Changing the sheets.
Some nails at the bed.
Fucking
She
hell.
pissed me off, so I'm gonna make sure that she has fluffy pillows.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pee in her mattress.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Aya looks up, doe-eyed. We did show you respect, you know. Otherwise, we wouldn't have bothered to try and kill you.
Feels like the smart thing to try to kill the people who are trying to kill you.
We had respect for you as enemies. At this point, there's a knock at the door.
Brian goes to the door. Peeks outside first.
There's a red-headed woman out there.
Hey.
She's got red eyes, though. That's weird.
Oh no.
She opens the door.
Ooh, red eyes.
Hello, I'm Femke Johnson, star of
Oh shit!
X3, the last
Yay.
stand.
Welcome.
How can you at least get to do something rather than just be a fucking nightgown dream and goddamn Wolverine grumble.
Hooray!
Grumble, grumble. Macris just down in the bed. You know what movie I fucking hated?
Angrily pissing everywhere.
No.
Tearing up the...
Stop pissing.
Can't.
You stop pissing.
Yeah.
Me off.
Stop pissing me off. Yeah, there we go.
She walks in,
Fucking hell.
and she is dressed in a black pleather jacket that has 7 belts just crisscrossing around it.
How alert does she seem? She mentioned trying to sleep before.
100%.
Okay, great.
She looks alert, locked, ready to go.
Perfect.
Where's Macris?
She's downstairs.
Okay, I'll go get her.
Right. Yeah.
And then she breezes past everybody and just heads downstairs. Except Dante. She glances at Dante. There's a little bit of a blush. And then she heads down.
Oh, nice.
She's a spy.
Oh,
Kill it!
why? Because she likes me? She must be a spy?
No, it's
Kill it again!
It's the blush. I've never seen her blush.
Now she got red hair, red eyes, and red cheeks. I don't fucking believe that for a second. Convenient.
I assume that when you're getting the safe room ready, the door is open.
Yeah, probably.
So then you hear somebody come down the stairs.
Yeah, I know. I got pissed off. Whatever. Sorry. I guess.
You're
I
not
know
pissed
that's
off?
not. Oh, hey.
Oh, hello.
What's wrong with getting pissed off?
Yeah, well, we're trying to interrogate the suspect or convince her to unwalk the walk, and I'm down for having her unwalk the walk. I just don't care about her former friends or whatever they were. Not today. Not now. Maybe someday.
Dude taught me that.
Taught you what?
Well, he told me that I'm a Galliard, and a Galliard is there to sing the songs, tell the tales, to be the moon dancer. And he said sometimes you need to know when to shut up. Tell a story at the wrong time and no one cares. Or worse.
She's a Galliard, so maybe she needs to hear it herself. Or maybe just doesn't need to needs to know who to tell what story to when, or but no.
She's a
Calibrate
quantum state.
that. Yeah.
Schrodinger's guru.
Yeah. She's both a cat and a dog at the same time.
She's currently dead and alive. And then she sort of looks and sees that you're still a little hurt. I guess you don't need any help.
It's fine. I can come back to it. I was just getting away before I did something stupid. Let's go back. Now that you're here. We'll all be here. Sky can pass judgment or whatever.
I don't think you'd ever do anything stupid around Sky.
Oh.
Care to explain?
I think Sky would find a way to justify whatever you did.
Then she has a blind spot for me, and that's not good.
She laughs. It's not like laughing. It's distinctly not laughing at you. I think you're allowed to question ways and sometimes be wrong.
Oh yeah.
It's in the act of questioning.
And what fucking purpose is it gonna do with her now at this particular moment in time?
It might be
She's
the
already-
answer that we should kill her. Would that be so bad?
I don't know if it's the wrong choice. If she could walk backwards around the spiral. If she could help serve Gaia. If she could help with this battery thing and getting the spirits out, and then we kill her.
Sky looks to Troyan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have another one of those? And she indicates the bone that you have mounted.
No.
I need one to crack.
She clambers up onto the bar and gets that bone. Worth.
She takes it. At this point, Apotheosis is heading upstairs, and you are also going with her.
Dante has a question for Aya. This feels perhaps inopportune, given that but like this would be.
This guy seems to be preparing.
Okay, this is for
this time.
Sky, but obviously if Macros and Apotheosis return,
Yeah.
you know, it's cool. But so he like kind of, I don't know, sits down in front of Aya. Work with me on this. It's a hypothetical. You wake up tomorrow. You're somewhere else. You know in your heart of hearts that you are free of us and of this place. You've been wiped clean. It's a hypothetical. Just go with me on this. When you walk out of that room, what do you want to see? What would you want to do? It can't be familiar.
I'd want to go north. I'd want to find the stream. I'd want to find the stream that I could plunge myself into and see whether any of me would be left. Because if I've lived my entire life one way, I should try to find out what it's like to live the other way before I go. And at this point, Sky steps forward and just puts the bone very gently on the table, and then beckons towards Macros and Apotheosis. When the moon is half full, we see that there are two sides. We see the light and the dark, and we understand that both are true. I evoke the spirit of this bar. I ask that spirit, in the name of hearth and home, to watch us as we decide whether this can be a home for this one, if only temporarily. I ask the spirit of this bar to understand that I may spill its blood tonight as an offering, and I may equally spill its libations tonight as a celebration. This mood of judgment comes to order, and there will be only one bone cracked tonight. And she indicates the bone on the table.
Eggers like glances at where it was up on the mantle before.
Troyan gives a sad nod.
Oh dear.
Phoenix no longer watches over us. But we are still united here, the five of us, because this one, Aya Viral Load, Black Spiral Dancer, has a chance to do something different. It's up to us to decide whether that is to give her another opportunity to serve Gaia, or to give her the opportunity to no longer draw breath. Each of you will be given a vote. I will hold the tiebreaker. You may ask whatever questions you want, this one. And she will answer. If her answer is that she chooses not to say, she is allowed. You may proceed. The cracking of the bone has begun.
Dope. Metal is.
How many others from Montreal, greater metropolitan region, weren't there last night?
As in Black Spiral Dancers?
Yeah.
To my knowledge, all Black Spiral Dancers who call this metropolitan area its home have been slain except me. And then she thinks for a second and then says, I can ask you to confirm that. Other than me, there would have been 9.
5 down by the battery. Plague Mouth McGee got shot upstairs, and Mr. Phone Call. And
Creepy rogue girl.
yeah, great.
Creepy pyro rogue girl.
So the answer is, by
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
accounts, 9 plus a bunch of Banes.
Yeah.
Bunch of Banes.
If there is a way to come back to undance the spiral, is that something you want?
No. Because I don't see it as going back. I was never a guy in Guru. This would be a new path that I'd be striking out on.
So I ask again, is that new path something you want?
I cannot be a spiral now. Then I will try something else before I am dead. And I will hope that I can serve that way.
You're Galliard. You sing the songs of those you know, those you have heard of. You presumably know songs that you no longer want to sing. Perhaps some new ones. But I don't care about what you know. And he indicates the battery. This is something that you know about, that you rejected, that you did not want. And that tells me not that you have opinions or values or ethics. It tells me that you have dreams, that you dream of something, a future for yourself, for the world. If you can't sing of something you know, sing of something that you dream about.
I will never stop singing. And I will not stop singing the songs I already know. They will cause pain. But I will be the voice of the other side. I will have others know what I know. I will give you everything. Because ignorance will not save you in this war. It will be painful, and others may destroy me for what I know. But I can't. I cannot remain silent. Not forever. Not when there is so much inside me that I can give. Apotheosis folds her hands in front of her. Did you use your stories to try to help others to see your cause? Yes. Did you use your stories to help others dance the spiral? Yes. And you wish to use those same stories now? Yes. And she nods. And then Sky walks forward. And she turns to Macris. Do you have your clave?
Clunk.
May I borrow it?
Places it hilt towards Guy.
She takes it and then presses the silver against Aya's flesh.
Oof.
Now, she's in Hamid.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Hamid
never
of
mind.
silver immunity.
Right.
Same as Lupus.
Arf. Arf.
But there's still like a...
Yeah.
There's a knowledge.
No.
Would you die for what you believe in? And then Aya looks up and says, I don't know. I wish I could tell you what I believed in, but I don't know. And the clave gets turned just a bit so that the edge is starting to go just, not like, it won't cut. Imagine a knife, right? It's flat. There's no cut. Even then, there's nothing. There's not enough pressure on the blade. Would you die to save your family? Yes. Blade continues to turn up and up. Would you die to save one of us? I don't know.
Fair answer.
Would you die for what you think is right?
Oh shit.
Yes?
Pizza's finally made it to the bar. That's good. The cracking of the bone will need the.
And then
Not to the
she
bar, to the-
she gets up
To the
and
music.
says, I am taking her. You will discuss.
Oh,
Okay.
Because that's convenient.
very convenient.
Yes.
I am taking her. You will discuss. But
Technically, Apotheosis is still there.
yeah, Apotheosis is still here, but she's. deep
So, Apotheosis, tell me, how do you like being a redhead? Oh, that's really interesting. Cool.
T-pose.
Dante's looking at his two packmates, just like, what do we think, essentially? Huh. Do we want to do a thumbs up, thumbs down thing just for vibe checks? No, or we can play it out. I'm excited.
Right, because he has to pay. I was like, what?
Right.
Old timey.
Oh, old timey delivery.
Yeah.
I vote we spare her. Can't believe I'm saying that.
Been around me too long. Remember that? Been around me too long.
If she is a spy, she's a damn good one. So there's a part of me that thinks she's playing us, and another part of me that wants a spy that good on our side.
Yeah.
I have to disagree with you, Troyan. Not about the spy thing. I'm not as insightful as some people here, but I don't believe that she would make a good warrior for Gaia.
Why not?
No vision. Not enough.
Isn't that like beaten out of you when you get pulled into the cult?
So be it, I guess.
She's seeing fog right now.
If you can't see through the fog, if you don't know where you might be going.
She knows what she doesn't want, but she hasn't had enough time with just herself to understand what she does. I know that fog. The idea that... It's why when I don't know what to do, I just declare vengeance and kill something. Sometimes you can't see past that.
Look, I may very well be outvoted on this, but that's what I believe.
Yeah, I guess we can't just sit around questioning her forever. But I guess...
I mean, we can.
I guess I thought we'd have a couple more questions before this guy decided to...
Oh, we have
This guy knows best. It's her thing, I guess.
We can still ask questions. The bone isn't cracked yet.
I don't think anything else she's going to say is going to drastically change anyone's mind.
I think it'll inform what Dante mentioned for me.
Sky brings her back at this point.
Oh, great.
Convenient.
Because I'm back too.
Hello, welcome back.
Thanks, guys.
I know they did a lot of telling you what the world was about and what you should think and do and all of that. But were there ever times when you felt like you had your own independent hopes and dreams? What you hoped 10 years from now could look like?
I did. I didn't share it.
Now's the time.
I always pictured in really dark, damp earth a single sprout. Not like the trees that we were working with. Something that could take its time to grow. To start something new. I wanted to be there.
To witness or to help guide it? To help make it happen?
It felt like cheating, but I wanted to be the one to give it its first drink of water.
That's not cheating. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted to grow it. I wanted to see it come alive because of me. And if you've ever danced the spiral, you know that that's not something you tell other people.
We haven't, but we can guess, yeah.
Well, she has. Ta-da!
And she's pointing at?
No,
yeah,
no,
exactly. What the
no, no.
fuck? Dude, can you imagine?
Clave! I gave the clave away! No!
It's Alice coming out of the basement. What the fuck? Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
This guy just pulls the mask off.
Oh my god!
The Mission Impossible, like, rubber mask.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Peels off the fingerprints. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, shit.
Cool.
No more questions from me.
No more questions.
No more questions.
Vote.
We want to do this?
What does each one signify?
Thumbs up. She dies.
Okay.
Thumbs down. We accept that she is our responsibility. Which does not mean we won't kill her still. But it means that it's on us. And until she is adopted by a new tribe, it is on us.
Oh my god. Fuck. You'll tell us after who's who.
Yeah. Really?
Maybe it won't matter.
My right hand?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
That's Apotheosis.
Incredible.
My left
Your other
hand,
one isn't in frame.
Oh,
Whoop,
there we go.
There you go.
That's
Okay.
Guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
3, 2, 1, and we'll end the session there.
I'm just gonna write down.
Yeah.
What's up, dead? You.
Yeah.
You fucker.
We're just called it.
Oh shit, weirdness did call it.
Okay. Woo! A villain.
Hooray!
Man, that's pretty
That's
exciting.
good. That's good.
Pretty exciting.
So, I guess folks will have to tune in next week or something. Huh.
You can always ask them if there is a plurality, if all three of them have voted one way, then it doesn't matter how I
Yeah, it's true.
And then my question becomes, what's everyone's like bribe level? Do you know what I mean? Like,
It's true. We have a week to convince each other.
What'd you learn this session?
well, I learned that Dante values vision.
Oh, there's a moot poll up.
Oh boy.
Let me.
I have to write after this. I'm sorry, Kung Fu Fenris. That seems difficult.
Sorry, what was your?
I learned that Dante values vision above all else, apparently. I came to that conclusion.
Now, is this rate? Okay, so the question is rate my cliffhangers.
Like all of them?
Plural.
Okay.
So it makes me wonder, like, what's going on here? Because the answers are fuck off
Okay.
in all caps, so it's more like a fuck off.
Okay.
Second is fuck. Third is second is fuck.
I assume these are like responses to your cliffhangers.
And the
Yeah.
last is
Yeah,
weirdness is all of the above.
Dante has his head in the ass.
I don't disagree with that at all, Kung Fu Fenris, I gotta say.
Elizabeth?
Tryon learned, or came to the realization that if the Spirals had found her after Portia had died, they probably could have influenced her to join them, because she knows how it feels to be that lost. So,
Damn.
yeah,
Shit. She gonna say that out loud? Or?
Kate?
probably not.
As much as Macris has compassion for Aya having been picked up as Spirals after her first change, she doesn't have compassion for the other ones that theoretically would have had the same path. They're dead. She's done with them.
Yeah.
Sky, you want to call someone out?
Yes.
What if the answer was no? What if he just sits there obstinately and is
I
just
think
like,
I was perfect. It's like, okay, great.
No one impressed me this time.
they're all shit.
You're all shit. I would like to call out Liz as Troyan for sacrificing your bone. I would like to call you out for having a scene with Brandon Patel. We don't get to see a lot of Brandon.
Hey.
And I appreciated how Troyan sort of let through her humor, but also came to understand more about Welt Body and about how Ragabash operate and like how it's in contrast to her Aruneness. I don't know, it was a nice moment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna call out Kate as Macris because I thought the moment where she stormed off was really lovely because it showed, first of all, like how she's feeling about Aya and how she's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm done with you. But also in that moment, she's like, I'm suppressing all my Ragabash urges to like poke and push, and I'm gonna leave because everyone else is still talking. So I'm gonna take myself out of the situation so it doesn't escalate. And I thought that was really
You.
yeah.
The answer, by the way, to the moot point is fuck. Okay. But every answer got a vote.
I would vote for weirdness. All of the above.
Varying degrees of fuck. I understand.
Varying degrees.
I want to highlight Scott for what do you want to see or do if we zeroed you? Asking.
Yeah.
I thought that like really jumped out at me in the moment of like, this is okay. If you get another life, what would you do with it? And like, okay, what if there was hope? What is your hope? What does hope look like to you?
Yeah.
That was really cool.
I mean, thank you. And I think this is a fascinating conversation because I personally think that's like a super unfair thing to ask of someone who's been through what she's been through.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the character. I don't know. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep. Calling out John for Aya because it's like, what an interesting response to everything that she's been through. And I love that she's not just like scrambling to tell us what we want to hear, which is giving her this sense of like integrity.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really like cool choice.
That's integrity.
Yeah.
You asked earlier, you rolled. I know the answer. I'm just going to say this right here and now. I know the answer. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm not going to decide after the vote to change what my answer was going to be.
That's fair. That's fair. Shit.
Folks, we've got a week in front of us. Monday?
TBD for me, but perhaps later in the week. Basically, just check the Discord and there'll be a notification if I'm streaming.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Similarly for me, I feel like I might just be asleep on Tuesday. I'm not 100% sure. I'm be coming off a show and some work and stuff. However, I would like to stream, and I stream in character on Tuesday evenings, so you should come join me for that. Thanks. That's Tuesdays.
Wednesday, we don't have a strike going, so it might be a lot easier for us to find a place.
And I'm going to be at Place des Arts. I'm going to be in
all
the
night,
largest
baby.
theater in the province on Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. So,
Maybe I'll be on Jinteki.
yeah.
Yay!
Maybe I'll even have someone we know play on Jinteki. We'll see.
Friday there will not be punchy, unfortunately.
Fuck.
So that's the thing. But on Saturday is exactly as it usually is.
Saturday is a regular day.
Yeah.
Some fucking crazy ass crew bullshit. Which is actually a lot of fun. You should join us for that.
Sunday?
We will be back here. We will find out the results of our thumbs up, thumbs down vote. Or maybe we'll all just stay sideways and it'll be a whole fight. Who knows?
And after stream today, we have Pinky Pact.
Everyone's saying hashtag should have been exalted. Which
Yeah.
is an interesting
Maybe some
hashtag.
god shit.
Maybe some god shit. Incredible.
Thanks again for being here. Remember, in the Discord, let us know whether you want the recaps to still have music
Yeah.
bed underneath it or not, right? Like, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Still curious about that. Curious how you feel about our mods. She knows 10,000 things and believes are invincible. If you don't like them, I don't know what to tell you. Because I do,
baby.
and these three do, and our opinion matters. Yours does too, but
None of that. There are, so we like
not
them.
like that. Folks, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for playing with us. We're just going to go that way. See you next time.
Peace. Bye.